rolling. I'm just gonna adjust things. It's just how we do.
I feel like this is about to become an episode of Real Sex.
Damn, dog, you going hella old school with that.
I know, but I knew you guys would get it.
That's hella old school.
Right?
You mentioned that to anybody else, you was like this. What the hell are you talking about?
Right? Well, you're gonna make a taxi cab confessions joke after that?
Dude.
They used to interview people on the street.
I remember that, bro. That was the shit. That was. I mean, people do that now on regular, but
I know, right? It's like that
Yeah.
was crazy back then. That'd be so everybody's desensitized. Like that wouldn't even
Fucking normal now.
wouldn't even make a dent in today's media.
No, not at all, dog. Especially all this shit we didn't. The way this shit is now, yeah, it wouldn't make a difference at all.
Yeah, everything looks good.
Eh,
I think.
right?
All right, man. So what's up, fellas? Welcome, man.
What's
Good to
up?
have you guys up on here, man.
Which one do we look at?
That's the camera.
But
That doesn't come over here.
the giant light.
That's the interrogation light.
Pretty much.
You
Man.
know, the funny thing though is that
Yeah.
Iggy gets so like you've seen him on stage, crazy comfortable, crazy like normal, but in whenever there's a camera, he always seems to like get like this.
Well, the camera does it to you, huh?
I didn't even know what I was doing.
You're
put him
kind
on
of
the
more
spot
shy.
there.
You're kind of shy.
I don't see that. I mean, he's pretty.
See, it's normal.
Yeah, he's normal, man.
Shy, high, I don't know.
Anyways, thank you for having us.
Dude, for sure.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys for
appreciate
being
it.
on, man. So I wanted to ask you both, and you guys can answer one after the other. What got you guys started, like comedy-wise?
It's one of those questions.
Yeah, man. Because
Okay.
me and you started around the same time.
Yeah, I think you'd probably been doing about 6 months to 8 months before I did. So when I started, like, I'd like look up to you. That you Israel was there, Garcia, rest in peace, Rafa. So the question was why did we each start stand up, right?
Yeah, what made you guys want to start?
I think it's probably like a mix of what everybody feels and some type of weird trauma that happens at some point in somebody's life that they want to just start joking about things. Like, I like comedy a lot. I was really into it. I was working in the ER. One of the nurses that worked there, Adrian and Roy, put up a poster for his shows, and it blew me away. I didn't even know cities had shows like. But it was a lot harder to know how to start anything back then because it wasn't like viral. There weren't videos, so it was like open mics. What is the like?
Yeah.
Nobody knew. Told me the process. I thought you went to college or something. So once I found that out, I was like really interested in it, and you know, you go check it out.
Yeah.
See you
But
guys.
like before that, did you want to do it? Like I want to be a comedian someday, or
No, like I said,
This
I
is
was
just
really
sparked
into
them.
stand-up at a certain time, and then I was listening to the podcasts, like Joe Rogan especially,
Yeah.
like just having comics that you like really thought were funny, talking in an informal way and explaining their, like where they started and stuff, and like
Yeah.
hearing, God, I can't remember, Dane Cook, you know, episode 33 of Joe Rogan's podcast. It's like really cool.
You remember us?
I do.
Episode 33.
Yeah.
140.
It is a really iconic episode because he talks about starting with Bill Burr and Patrice O'Neill like all at the same
Oh,
open
yeah,
mics.
That's cool.
Oh, I remember that, like that Boston thing where they're
It was
all
a-
like clicked up.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That's
it was
dope.
a Boston thing,
Yeah.
and so it was super like what you just like. You went to an open mic with Patrice O'Neill, like you just went to an open mic with Bill Burr. It was like, yeah, that's where they started. That's where I started. And so hearing that, it kind of makes you think, oh, well then everybody starts.
Yeah.
Everybody starts at the bottom of something.
But imagine starting with those guys, though.
Right,
You
right.
saying? Like, imagine you're around.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how big you're going to become, but
Exactly.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
you're Patrice O'Neill, Bill Burr, Dane Cook, Joe
the
Rogan,
thing.
all those guys in a
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, and that's what the cool conversation was because Dane Cook was telling Joe Rogan, he was like, you were the first one to leave the Boston scene for LA. And like me and Bill and Patrice looked up to you for doing that. And it was like, whoa, you're blowing my mind that like, I thought these were two separate entities of people, but to know that the history all came together. Anyways, but it also gave me hope too. If I was like, well, I think I'm kind of funny. And apparently that's where you start. So
Yeah.
it made me seek it out. Yeah, I guess. Also, nothing better than hanging out with people that want to just fuck around and make each other laugh.
Yeah, dude, the hangs are the best.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
I would say that, yeah. I mean,
I'd have nothing else to do on a Sunday.
But you guys know that this cat, like, he almost went to medical school shit. Like, he almost became a doctor. And you're like a very, like by the book dude. But what made you want to, like, say funny shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you didn't have brain trauma, we.
No. Well, not the,
That's what someone
not the kind you have, exactly. But, yeah. Well, I was worried. I was already joking in the ER. So I worked in the ER, and I was already joking around. So, like, people would feel bad, and, like, there'd be some older ladies that, you know, might really feel, like, bad and look bad. And so just to, like, play with them and
That's cool.
call them, señora, qué bonita, ¿cómo están? You know.
Is that shirt, like, just brand spanking new? It looks so crispy and, like...
it does.
Like, this is the first time you wore it, huh?
It's not, actually.
Really? You pressed it like that? That's badass.
But that's why I'm smiling, because no, my laundromat actually did this, and by laundromat I mean my mom helps me iron my shit still.
Okay, your mom's on
Your mom's got skills. There's like not a wrinkle or anything with that. I was like,
you can put somebody starched that. Somebody starched it.
Oh, okay.
By the way,
Iggy actually helped a little. He's into starching too.
He starched that shit. Let me spray that down, bro.
I don't know if you guys could zoom in, but this is a Tommy Bahama Swingers edition.
I knew this was going to come up.
It's got pineapples
In my
upside down
head,
too.
I pulled out the shirt and I saw the pineapples. And when immediately they're going to say something about what's the pineapple thing?
No, upside down pineapple means you're a swinger. Yeah.
When did
swaying.
when did horny people get to co-opt the pineapple? Okay, I feel like any guy can wear a pineapple, and also I will bang your wife. But
I don't know why people look down on swingers, man. These fuckers got it right.
Yeah.
They do, man. You ever seen like, a porn or whatever? It was like a swingers cruise.
yes,
Yeah.
All of them look happy, man. There'll be fat motherfuckers, weird motherfuckers, show up. They're all happy,
Yeah.
right? Like,
That's a good point, yeah.
man. They're the
I
happiest.
mean, all right, this is one thing about the swingers thing, because my boy used to be a swinger.
Used to. He
Well, I
retired.
mean, I don't know if he is.
he's retired from the game.
But the thing is, he was an asshole, though, because what he would do is get the girl into the swingers lifestyle, even when she wasn't in it. Take it to I guess they have these clubs or whatever, where
Right.
they swing or whatever like that.
Yeah.
He would make his girl take one for the team. Like, say, if the husband was...
By taking the
Yeah,
team.
yeah, exactly. So if the husband was ugly, but the wife was cute, she'd be like, hey, babe, you know, take one for the team. But when it was the opposite way around, when the husband looked good and the wife was ugly, you're like, are you going to take one for me? He's like, hell no. That was messed up, man.
Yeah, seriously.
It's totally messed up. You can't play. I don't know how it works, but you can't do that. If
Also, he just took this person and turned them into a lifestyle that they may not have ever
didn't.
wanted to or thought about, and then he's like, peace.
that was fucked. And then I think one thing about the swingers thing, you can't. It's supposed to be the couple thing. The old school is supposed to be, all right, well, the couples are involved. But he was sneaky. He would go like this. All right, he would fuck the wife when the husband wasn't around.
There's rules to the game. I don't know the game, but
I
hear
you
the
can't do
rules.
that shit. Like, and eventually she got. One time, the husband found out and threw her out of the moving vehicle.
oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then she ended up pulling up at his apartment all scraped
This
up.
is your friend?
My friend, he told me, I was like, what happened when she pulled up to the crib and all scraped up? I'm like, well, you got problems. They're not mine. That's what he told her. I don't know, you shouldn't have did that to your husband. That's really fucked up what you did.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude, but
Give your mic real quick.
Yeah.
Touching titties.
Oh, there it is.
I didn't touch anything.
Touching
There it
titties.
is.
All right. So that's what happened, bro.
Well, your friend sounds like he needs to be in jail.
Well, he's an asshole.
Well, and a criminal, I think,
Kind of
potentially.
sounds like a pimp.
He was just an asshole. He's like, you're just an asshole. Like, he just like.
I think that's assault at some point, where you just
Right.
throw somebody out
No,
of a
he didn't do
movie.
it. The husband, like that, he was fucking the wife. Her
Oh,
husband found out.
her
and
husband threw her out.
Threw her out, and then she went to his crib like, yo,
Can
I
you
got
help
thrown-
me?
Yeah, I got thrown out the car because of you. He's like, well, that's not my problem. Like, you should have done it to your husband. That's messed up what you did.
Ice cold.
But
You
there's
can just say it's Iggy. I mean, you don't have to lie about.
there's different deals, like not deals, man. There's different like let's say like not necessarily that you're a swinger, man, but you go, all right, if you're with a chick and she's cool with this,
Yeah.
and you're with a couple, and this dude that she goes, hey, I had a crush on, kind of crush, whatever. I think this cat's hot, and his wife is there, and then his wife is hot, and then she goes, all right, I'll let you hook up with his wife, and I'll hook up with this cat.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you a swinger because you did it one time, or because the opportunity was there and you went, yeah, let's take it. Especially if coke is involved. If coke is involved, man, it's going down.
Well, you remember how you were saying your boy wouldn't take one for the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the chick was ugly. Or do you think it was more that the dude was good looking, fucking his chick?
I think it's probably what it was too, a little insecurity.
Yeah.
Because the guy was hot, so he's like, "Fuck no, I don't want to see some hot chick bang my girl." But I'm like, "That's what you're doing."
I would have
Yeah.
a problem with that.
But you can't be
I'd
in
be
that
like-
lifestyle. You gotta be open.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I am actually just confused on who's banging who in this situation. I
Okay,
couldn't
hold on,
even
let me
understand
fucking
the variables in the like equation. I was like, wait, he's hotter or who's hotter? Who's the hot one here?
but it's
How
like-
many people are in the room when they're banging? Is this a train? Is this
Two
a?
couples.
You know what? A lot of cats want this shit, man. They want this experience, but you
Yeah.
gotta know the reality. The reality is,
Yeah.
and I've gone through this, so I could fucking speak to this shit. When the cat,
You couldn't tell already.
when the cat, when the dude takes his pants off and his dick's bigger than you, like way bigger than yours, you're like, fuck. So cats think about that type of shit, man. And I've come to the conclusion. I've had that shit happen twice, man. But you just go, what do I have that he doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's got a big ass dick. I bet she doesn't need pussy. Whatever, right? And then you just double down on.
Also, don't you say that like your special move is having the smooth head, having such a smooth head that you can just rub it with your head?
I never told you my special move.
No?
What the fuck? How do you know it?
Yeah, like, what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay.
You definitely told.
Special finishing moves.
Yeah, it's
and
his
shit.
finishing move. I guess all of you guys could try it. I'm on my way there.
I'm like, okay. Okay.
It's a ball. I mean, because my head. I guess you could. Everybody could rub their head into a girl.
You know what? Real quick, because people look down on these motherfuckers or people that are cool with this type of shit. This is what they said, man. Because I had my ex-wife. I was married for 12 years, man, to the same chick. I had babies with her. And, she cheated on me with my friend. And after that, I go, I'm never gonna get cheated on again. So I go, whatever chick I'm with, I'm gonna tell her you could fuck whoever you want. Like, you have to hide it. You know what I'm saying? If you just feel like you wanna. And she goes, well, I don't want to do that. I'm just telling you have permission. That way, you could not cheat on me because I gave you permission to.
Do you think it helped the relationship?
Yeah, it did. Because one time she saw this and she showed me the guy. She goes, there's this really fucking hot guy. I was on the road doing a gig in McAllen. And my chick calls me. She goes, there's this really hot bearded guy. He's very persistent. I go, you already know, man. You can fuck him if you want. She goes, I almost did, but I got home instead. I'm gonna jack off and just go to sleep. But she knew she had the permission to. She could have done it, and she's not telling me like, you see, I could have, but I didn't. She's like, fuck, I almost did. This cat was hot. She showed me a picture like, you should have fucked the man. Shit.
That is cool.
But I think because it removes the taboo of it. You did.
Right.
Also, like if you're a commuter on the road and your chick goes, look, I know some shit might happen, man. Just don't bring no drama, don't bring no STDs, don't bring no babies back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and all those seem to work the best, man. Those
Yeah, I
situations,
mean, if
those
it-
agreements. But it's got to be
Yeah.
the both of them, not one guy going,
Yeah.
it is swing, I know you don't want to.
You know,
but
Asian
yeah.
countries are like this. Like
Yeah.
Japan and Korea are like this. Like you can go. They have love hotels. Yeah, and it's like customary. Like it's fine for like if your wife's like, nah, I ain't fucking you. I don't want to fuck you right now. And you just go to this fucking like hangout place, or you can bang.
you got to
smokers.
pretend like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
babe.
They're like,
gonna hook-
we
And
get
it's
it.
like just accepted. They're like, yeah, go. You come back normal. Like fucking,
We get it.
Yeah.
I think if the United States kind of implemented something, well, we kind of do it anyway, but if it had like more of it was more, normal, like to do shit like that, you wouldn't get some of the drama you have with all these relationships and marriages and stuff.
Yeah.
You're on the legalized prostitution train. I'm on that train with you, man.
I heard that like
Shit,
what country was it? Like Sweden or some fucking shit that had like state ran,
sponsored?
Yeah, prostitution. So like people that were like handicapped that just
Right.
wouldn't really get any. they got vouchers, like a couple, like 4
That's
a month or
awesome.
12 a month or something like that
Yeah.
for hookers.
Some pussy
Sexual
vouchers.
welfare?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Amsterdam's like that.
Maybe that's where it was.
Amsterdam, they have, and then even in Germany, there's legalized like brothels that are ran by
Yeah.
kind of like a dispensary for
Yeah.
pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
Kinda like
if you're there and you're
A
already
dispensary for pussy?
Bro, it's kinda like that.
It's a dispensary.
Pussy dispensary, dog. It's like that because I was. In
My
one
name's
of the-
Sarah. I'll be your puss tender tonight.
Yeah, but madam.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was in one of those brothels, dog. In
was it
yeah?
like in Amsterdam or what you say?
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, because the house that has a brothel will have a light on it in the front.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't know that when I was like 19 at the time, and my friend took me to one of those joints, dog. It was fucking cool. Cause when you walk in, it was like these 2 staircases. It's like come out of a movie. I'm not lying. Like a two staircases.
Damn.
We walked in, and there was like a German. She was a woman. It was a German pimp. She was a woman though.
A madame.
Madam, a
Madame,
German.
yeah.
Yeah, a German madam.
Madonna?
She comes down. You hit the door. She hits the buzzer or something like that, and all these girls come down, and then they line
Right.
up in front of you, and you pick out which girl you want to do.
It's the menu. It's a.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Spectacular.
It was crazy though.
I'll have the tasting menu. One of each, please.
Yeah, and my friend picked out this one chick, but he
That's
couldn't
crazy.
get her right away because she already had a scheduled appointment. You feel me?
Damn.
So he's like, he said, you gotta get her after she's done. He's like, nah, I don't want to get her all sweaty and shit.
Well, just to play the opposite side, a lot of people watching or listening might just be like, you guys are endorsing sexual slavery. And I
They
think.
get paid. They're getting
no,
paid.
it was
Right.
government.
As long as they get benefits,
shit.
as long as they get paid, I'm fine with it. All right.
Sex workers.
Yes. Sex workers,
But
not sex slaves.
They test them and shit though. Like they test them and it's
Yeah.
taxed.
No, yeah,
Get health care. You probably get like STD checks. You probably get like.
Yeah, this is all part of this. It's
Here's
like our
what
porn
I
industry.
endorse.
Yeah.
I endorse if you're in Germany and you're a loser, just like cut your own leg off. Cut your own leg off. Be like, I need a pussy voucher. Like,
Yeah, give me a puss
Fuck
voucher.
yeah. Fucking like, man, you don't
And
need
all
that
the prostitutes must be like, God damn, it's coupon day.
shit. How many fingers do I have to cut off
Like
to
a
be
fucking
considered?
Lone Star card.
Yeah.
For pussy.
I roll up in a wheelchair. I'm all fucked up, girl. Come on. Hey, she gives you a blowjob, just get up and walk away.
Yeah, but it would work the opposite too. There's handicapped women, so there has to be male prostitutes as well.
Yeah,
right?
something
Yeah, it works
everybody-
You
both
could
ways.
find work.
Hey, you know what the old saying? The oldest profession in the world.
Prostitution.
Right, they said the oldest profession in the world is prostitution. But someone had to have money to pay the hookers, so there had to be one profession before.
Oh, hunting.
All right, so hunting was the first profession, not fucking hookers.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Thank you.
Well, but
Get that on record, hey, historically.
I don't know. No, first of all, it's a saying. I don't know necessarily how the history of it works, but I do know that they say hunting, I guess, and gathering, prostitution, and I guess insurance salesman.
Well,
was
there had
the
to be
first,
well, it had to be an exchange of goods.
yeah, there had to be a
And
barter.
I'm sure even back in the day with the Pilgrims and the Indians, they weren't just exchanging trinkets.
Well,
I
also-
think pussy was in there somewhere.
Always.
Also, like, think about it this way.
Deal.
Yeah.
Protection, security was a
Yeah.
barter too. So having sex with the guy that's big and strong, that would protect you, is in a way,
That's probably like the first like situation how it happened.
yeah,
I would doubt it.
yeah, that's prostitution right there.
Yeah. I'm sure it went down like that. I'm sure.
This was a great tangent into the show. I really do enjoy this.
No, it's
This is how we roll.
Also, but it also brought me back to. Do you guys remember? And you might have gotten to actually do it. Both of you, I think did. There was a sex club here in town, and they used to hire comics to open the night. I guess.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about
I knew it. I never got to do it.
Like
so
a
I'm really
sex
jealous.
club, like or
yeah,
like a
it was
strip club?
called
It was like a private sex club, and
it was called Private Passions or some shit like that.
yeah.
And it had like it was weird because it had like
TVs and stuff in like a main room, but like
yeah, and it had a bunch of couches. Swingers places always have couches that are mismatched. Always mismatched. They're never matching couches. Like they're always.
well, they get stained so frequently, it's hard to replace
Right,
them.
It's all weird, and then they have like a buffet. It's kind of weird, dog. Like
Kinda
they have a
buffet?
spread of fucking like food,
Finger food.
and then they had a popcorn machine. I was like, what the fuck?
whose fantasy is this shit?
But then I guess there were like private rooms that they could leave to go to and stuff. But it just like I heard about it and I was like, please somebody book me for this. This sounds hilarious.
It was called Private Expressions. I remember.
Hey, notice this shit. I'm the fucking swinger, but this cat brought the subject back up. He has a pineapple shirt. Otis knows the intricate details of the inside. They had a pop machine next to him. Dr. Pepper machine.
And then the owner used to go to the sex shop I used to work at.
There you go.
So I used to see him.
So you know the inside
I
details.
knew the inside. The owner's brother and him used to go to the
He
sex
bought a
shop.
lot of merchandise days.
He's
Right.
got to buy supplies, you know?
Yeah, so
Stock up.
it was tripped out, bro. I remember that shit. It was mixed match couches. It was just weird, dog. But it
That's
was good to do it. They listened.
Right?
Nobody heckled.
And you got paid, right?
Then we got paid.
That's even the funniest part.
I say it every episode. I got paid.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a taboo topic to necessarily bring up.
Hey, but hold on, man.
Because often you don't get paid in a lot of these things, and
No, that's when you truly become a comedian. When you do something and you don't get paid, you're like this.
when you
I'm
were
a
supposed to
comic.
be, yeah. I'm a real comic.
I'm a real
now.
comic. They didn't pay. They paid me in chips. Dorito bags. Like, oh, here you go, dog.
But especially when you earned it, like when you did good and you definitely
Yeah.
deserved it at that time.
Getting paid in exposure.
What's his name? Michael Garrick told me. My boy told he's over like he knew he's a comedian when one time he did a gig and they didn't pay him to give him a case of water. He said when I went home, when I got home and drank that water, like, yeah, I made it. I started laughing. He told that story. I was starting laughing. I was like, you made it. We're comics now.
Not only are you not gonna pay me, you're gonna give something heavy to
Dude,
fucking.
You're gonna make me lug this?
Like, no, we didn't make the, because everybody gets a speech at the end when you know they're not gonna pay you like this. Hey man, the ticket sales didn't come out the way we wanted to, man. And, we didn't get the crowd we expected, so you don't mind if I pay you in. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna say after that.
Right.
Pay you in trinkets, pay you in this, pay you in pussy. You don't
Trinkets.
fucking know. You have no idea, though. We all been in those shows. You're like, yeah. And then now the Cash App thing to get you. They go like this. I'll Cash App you, man. I'll get you later.
I'll get you in a little bit.
I'll get you right now, dog. Don't worry about that.
Oh my God.
I'll bring you back on another show, man.
I know this might sound tacky, but like we're just talking about comedy in our lives, right? Because this does happen a lot. So I just did a MC gig, which isn't strictly a stand-up gig, but it's like it was for an award ceremony for a film festival, and I get it. It was like university sponsored, so like the pay was they're like, you're gonna have to go through the university, like this payment thing. I was like, well, I'm not gonna see that for 6 months, or
Wow.
like it's going to take that
Like,
long
give us a
for
semester.
it to get like processed and stuff. So that's when it becomes a little unreliable, but it's worth it.
I mean, we all been up
Yeah.
now. It's the way that the comedy
Yeah.
game or
It's
anything
how it
is,
happens.
doesn't matter. It's just like you already know what to expect. And then the one thing I like about the comedy game itself is just also I want to mention this because Iggy's here, and I'm gonna ask him this question because I really want the fucking answer to this.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Because traveling around different people, you get different personalities and shit. And I just wonder why Iggy is a wanderer, dog. Like, swear to God, we're traveling his ass. 1 minute he's right there, right? And then everybody's like, where the fuck's Iggy at? And he just disappears, and then he'll call you later. I'm over here at Big Lots, man. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Well, so I know exactly what Otis is saying, and just for context for Steve or anybody, like the opener, the middle, whoever's on the show, and if you're traveling, you usually try and stick together. You go out to eat, you go to the mall together, you go like watch a movie or something, and that's why he's talking about group dynamics, because inevitably there is the one guy who will just tail off, and you don't see.
Why were you tailing off?
That's what I want to ask you. Why do you do that, dog? He did, why? Answer. I want to hear it.
He just rolls off real quick from the group.
What makes you take off, dog?
And you're right. I have done that. I've done this in South Padre Island too, man. It's not that it's because it sounds bad, man. But I drink during the day. You know what I'm saying? So like, you guys were on the road. And they go, hey, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm like drinking and shit at Hooters nearby. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't feel bad. And hey, you guys want to come drink? It's 11 fucking a.m.
You're saying degeneracy is your explanation?
No, like if I knew you were a day drinker, but hey man, let's go fucking day drinking shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not even the worst offender at it. Like, I've definitely traveled with Dante Verduzco was always the worst.
Oh yeah, Dante, man.
Dante was bad. Like a time. This is just a second hand again, but like at the time we were running a show in Laughter, I was running a show in Midland at a bar. So like once a week or every other week, some guys would have. Oh no, karaoke. They were doing karaoke in Midland, and Dante and a few people would go over at night. They would stay the night, I guess, or something, and then come back. And Dante would just disappear for the whole night. They wouldn't see him. They said they found him shirtless, walking the side of the road on their way out of town, and he just gets in the car and is like, "We gotta go."
Damn.
Yo, that cat won a golden ticket on Kill Tony and never used it one time.
Never
bro.
used it, bro. He got the
used it,
golden
just
ticket, bro,
fucking-
and never uses it.
When
He can go back anytime, right? You can use
Well,
it
I
anytime.
think there is somewhat of like a
doesn't
memory.
expire.
No, but there's like a memory expiration. Like after 6 years, they'll be like, wait, like.
Well, he could say this
I don't
episode,
know
they
if
can
there's
look it
a
up.
form. I don't know if you get a real golden ticket. Like you could just like.
I don't know how
I'm
it
sure they
works.
fucking honor
But
that
I'm
shit.
sure,
Yeah.
but it's been like almost what 3 or 4 years since that done,
Yeah.
and he hasn't used it, Doug. Not one time, bro. And he killed it, Kill Tony.
Yeah,
he
he
had a
did great.
1 minute set. He did that his Italian thing he usually does.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he fucking murdered there.
It was
dog.
great.
But I was with him that day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
they
with
both
him.
signed up.
Nice.
I signed up for Kill Tony twice, and both times the comic I went with got picked. So you want to get on Kill Tony, fucking come with me, and you won't get picked. But you know what's fucked up, man? Is because it was at the LOL in San Antonio. I remember that shit. And we're in line, man. It's me and fucking Dante. Hey, we're gonna check out Kill Tony. We signed up. He gets picked, and he got picked the last comic, I believe. Anyways, man, my phone keeps buzzing and ringing. It's like 12 fucking missed calls. I go, I'll check it out later. So I'm checking out Dante. He kicks ass, man. He wins. Then I go outside. Man, I can't give you all details, man, but a loved one of mine got some really fucked up shit that happened to her. So that's what the 12 calls was. So I'm thinking, man, if I would have gotten picked instead of Dante, I would be like, oh shit, I gotta kill Tony, and then gotten off to really bad news. Right? So that's the way I saw it. It's like, I'm glad I didn't get on, man, because then I would have to deal with this really fucked up shit. Yeah, Dante came out, man. Badass, congratulations. And he never used it after that, man. Not once. You're just sitting on that shit.
And honestly, out of all I'm gonna be real with it. I don't give a fuck if it hurts somebody's feelings. But at all the Paso comics have done Kill Tony, Dante has done the best.
Oh, that's objectively, I think, true. I don't think that's going to hurt anybody's feelings.
He didn't get the silver ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think, but to go on Kill Tony, you have to kind of like, I think you have to go there more organically, and you can't go up there thinking you're gonna do your set and everything's gonna be like, it doesn't work that way. You have to
Rafa
be-
Molina did good in the comedy
Yeah,
store.
he did.
Yeah, he did good
he
too.
did
He's organically just like a good fucking. Ralph's always been a good beacon of positive energy.
Absolutely.
dog.
Yeah.
But I think you're right that it doesn't matter necessarily all the preparation you do. That there's
Yeah.
something in the moment that has to all work and flow together. That
Yeah, you just gotta go in there like, and they gotta feel you. You gotta be organic as fuck.
which almost makes it more terrifying to me because as somebody who like I really need to prepare for big shows and stuff. To me, it's like, well, what if all that preparation would just be like out the window? There's no.
But it's hard in a situation like that because you can't prepare for that one. Minute.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I
It's
totally
like
would be.
Murphy's
I would be
Law,
trying.
too, because if you're not prepared, if you didn't do any of the work, that's when that fucking opportunity is gonna like pop
Pop into your
and
yeah.
fuck you up because you
like
weren't
that.
prepared.
Yeah, and that's almost like the scarier thing too is like blowing a load and like getting seen and being like either decent or but like the worst would be
Like who? Say it. Like Lando said.
I don't even no, I don't
Lando
even watch
said.
all there.
Put the episode number of.
I'm just saying I get in my head like that would not be the time. I wouldn't be ready. I'd be like almost like
But maybe some of the best things can happen at you when you're not prepared. And
yeah, that is true.
I think if you do comedy so much, it's ingrained in you to the point where your body and your mind adapt to where the fuck you're at, and you just kind of go with the flow sometimes.
But you
you
just
be in a moment.
You
Yes.
just had the operative words though, which was when you do comedy enough.
yeah.
And I think that's the thing that like one, I think you do have to be prepared, but two, like you can't be gun shy. Like you do have to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like a lot of people I see that go on, they're pulling the trigger too early.
You know what it is too with Kill Tony? It's like you could do just all right with your set, but you can also kill in the interview, and they'll still fucking like you'll still pass.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point
Because
too.
he likes the person, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you kill in the interview and he's like, all right, man, you're good. Like, you're funny, you're honest. Like, we like you. Come back.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you come up there more organically sound and not trying too hard, I think people can see through it. Nobody in life, if you go in there trying to like appease everybody and people see it. Honestly, I get more discomfortable around people that suck up a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Fake.
It's fake shit. When, oh yeah, you did like this. Why don't you just cram your fucking head up the person's ass?
Oh, you mean to the crowd?
Well, no, just start to
Generally.
Yeah, generally.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go into it too much, but I see it all the time.
Yeah.
You used at work, everywhere. You try to just have a normal conversation with somebody, and here comes Mr. Kiss Ass. You're gonna be awesome, man. Lift your sack. Let me just put it all in my mouth, man. You're like, this, what the fuck, bro? I'm just trying to talk to the comedian and get to know him, dog, and see how you're awesome, man. You're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
You're saying like that some people don't know how to talk to like the
No,
comic.
they won't know how to hang his chill. They
just
gotta
be fucking normal.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just gotta fucking just lift the fucking taint and start lathering it up. And
You
I'm
know-
like, what the fuck?
Trying to position themselves into
Yeah,
a deal.
dude,
Or
it's just
Yeah,
weird
some
shit.
shit like
You know,
that.
that's
Yeah.
a really interesting point because one of the first jobs from comedy that the club started paying me for, after I started hosting, Bart was paying me to drive the comics to the radio and to TV afterwards. So I would be like in the car with them, getting to drive them around, and resisting those temptations to be like, oh my god, I love whatever you're doing, or did it before. But eventually, it was just like, yeah, how's your day?
Yeah.
How's your life going? Like, just
Be a
you're a
person.
human person, right? And that got me way more traction with people, just like being cool with them than.
Yeah,
Yeah, because who wants to hang out with a kiss ass all the time? It's
yeah,
just like,
dude.
it's not real.
I mean, some people like that shit, but
I mean, I think there's something about like, if I really am a fan, like Felipe Esparza, I would like, hey, I'm a fan. I like what you
Yeah.
did before, but I definitely think you shouldn't cross into that territory of fandom because at the end of the day, I want him to see me as like a colleague or a comic, you know, or the person.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, I know it's hard not to turn into a fanboy
Yeah.
in front of a person that you looked up to. It's kind of hard to be in a room with somebody that you go, man, you got me on the road than I am right now. So you tried to kiss ass. Or
Play cool.
It's just gotta be cool. Yeah, you just gotta be cool. It's just hard. And then I was telling him, it's just hard when you're in a group of people and you're trying to just have a normal conversation. And everybody's just coming, and like after a while, you just go like, "Fuck it, I can't get a word in. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up at this point because there's no point."
Actually, you know the weirdest thing I noticed was that the most normal questions were the ones that would be the ones they would want to respond to because those are the ones they don't get a lot.
Yeah, of
It
course.
was like, so what sports do you watch?
It just kind of weeds these cats out, man, because then they don't get they don't know there's such a thing as the hang instead of, you know what I mean, like networking and shit. This is the hang part, not the fucking, not that you can't bring shit up, but yeah, like cats trying to get booked while you're in the middle of a conversation and shit. Like,
it's shitty.
we're all trying to get booked, man, but don't bring it up mid-conversation and shit.
I am trying to get booked.
I know. Everybody's trying to do their thing. And it's like the comedy game is like that, or anything in general. I'm like, you compare comedy to life in general. Everybody's just. But me personally, dog, as a person, not even as a comedian,
Right.
I'm not willing to like step over somebody's abuelita to get to where the fuck I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm not willing. Some people are willing to do that. They'll step over abuelito, your Theo. They'll cut the fucking kick the dog.
You're
in the
pretty
nuts.
cool.
They don't give a fuck.
You're pretty cool.
But I just can't do that, bro. My self-conscious won't let me live that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Maybe that
absolutely.
doesn't. Yeah, I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you looked like you were about to say that.
Yeah, same way.
And also,
You
I
agree with it, and you point at me with it.
and also I know
I don't agree
you
with
have your
you.
writing sessions, dog.
Huh?
You do the writing sessions for comics.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And this is what. All right, I can only speak from the experience.
Sure.
You can check me right now.
No, not at all.
But there are times that we have
Let's check the receipts.
No,
Sure.
because sometimes it's getting better, but we have the comedic writers circle, as you call it. Then we just end up talking shit to each other when nobody writes anything.
Right.
And we just end up talking shit. I'm like, this was a good session.
No, you're completely right. And actually, So leading writing workshops, and especially like, because I like writing. I like all kinds of writing, not just comedy writing. So I've been in other kind of writing workshops too. And there, like, it can be much more serious. Like, everybody's listening intently, taking the time to say what they want. And then, of course, when comics get together, it gets into that. But it's because comics feed off of each other. So it's like once you get this beyond a critical mass of a certain number, that's when the chaos starts. So I'm going to break up the groups now. So like if 3 people showed up, we would just hang out.
Yeah.
You know, the 3 of us. But if 10 people showed up, I'd be like, okay, can you 3 talk about it just with each other?
That's what we're talking about. It's better if it's only like 3 because you got too many heads.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
And then you got some motherfuckers that I ain't talking shit, but you like, I know you don't write shit.
Right.
I can look at you and tell you don't write shit, bro. So why are you in a writer's set? You should do this. I'm like, you can't even spell, motherfucker. Why are you telling me how to do right shit when you're
Well, again, I mean, a writer's room is supposed to be no judgment, so you're just supposed to listen to
I'm
everything.
judging. Fuck that.
Always gonna be judgment.
I'm gonna be like this. You don't write shit. I've seen your set, bitch. You don't write shit. You don't even listen to anybody. The nerve of you.
This is Planet Fitness, motherfucker.
You're completely right, though. You know where my writing like style, I guess, comes from is from Iggy, because when I started stand-up, I also knew what I didn't know, which was anything of what I was doing. So I was like hanging out and be like, well, that person looks like they know what they're doing, so I want to talk to them a little bit more. And Iggy definitely knew what he was doing, and he was winning contests. Every time I saw him, he was just like so funny.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, can we hang out? Can you just talk comedy? And he'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah. So then he'd be like, pick me up from work at Costco at 5. I get out of Costco at 5. He did.
It was such a heartwarming moment when this fucker's giving me props, man. That's badass. He calls me his comedy mentor. He's giving me props and he goes, yeah, he used me for a ride.
Hey, no. He didn't start using for me for rides. Like, he had a motorcycle at that time.
I had a badass motorcycle. Motherfucker, like, I did it for you.
So we would just go to Clicks near the comic strip and pretty much stay there till the shows were starting on Thursdays and Fridays. Well, at that time it was Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
So, like, having him and then my other friend Jake Bonner would come. Like, just us 3 could bounce around things so fast and so fun that...
Do you remember, like, your first joke that hit? Like, something old like that?
It's probably why I still do. You mean my closer? The first and last joke I'm ever going to do?
Like, he finally sharpened it
For
up.
life.
Yeah, it's real pointy now.
You know, that was cool, man, because I had a Clicks. We used to go hang out. It's the same shopping strip as the comic strip. We go hang out there, man. And I just quit Costco. I was working at Costco 12 years, man. I quit, got my 401k. Fuck it, I'm gonna do comedy full time.
Yeah.
And I'm there at Clicks, man, waiting for this fucker to go have dinner with his parents or whatever and come back so he could write. And there's this old dude, man, and it was a Sandman. What is it called?
So there's he's dead now, but there was a hypnotist.
Hold on, comedy hypnotist. My story,
Sorry,
this is my story.
I'm just giving context for the people listening. He was a hypnotist who was booked at the comic strip. The comedy hypnotist booked at the comic strip.
And they're drinking, man, in the fucking patio smoking, and I see this guy. I don't know it was him. I saw this guy go, man, you're right. He goes, yeah. And I recognize him. I go, hey, man, you're Sandman. He goes, yeah. He goes, let me give you some advice, man. Don't ever get into the entertainment business. And then he goes, I just quit my job at Costco to become a full-time comedian. He goes like this. Shouldn't have done that. And he was telling me all this fucked up shit that has happened before. I go, man, but that's kind of like before whatever.
Yeah.
That was you. That's not me.
Not like that, but I mean, I'm not a juggler and shit. Like, I'm not a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got material. But it's funny, the day I quit, man, I gave my 2 weeks notice on my last day when it clicks and that fucker said, don't ever get to entertainment business.
Dude.
Too late, motherfucker.
And honestly, it's the grind. One thing about comedy, if you do that, depending on what level you are or whatever the fuck, if I lived off comedy by itself, I'd be a starving shell
Of a human.
I wouldn't do. If you lived off comedy and you waited for a promoter to pay you, you'd be a dead motherfucker right now. You'd be dead.
Yeah.
You be on diet right now, selling your body.
There's almost nobody I know who either starts comedy just pure getting paid off of it. And even then, now...
There's outliers, man. There's
now
outliers,
professional
but-
comics, though, are doing other stuff, like, to make ends meet. Joey Medina is also the writer for the Game Show Network game. You know, like, he's also writing scripts and doing movies. Like, comics...
Not a lot of big dudes
Jibs
are like
is
that,
his graphic designer. It's like...
You have to be.
Everybody juggles.
You have to do something else, because if you live off comedy, unless you really on that plateau where you're touring a lot, making like, but if you ain't on that level where you're doing that shit, you gotta have some other kind of hustle.
Yeah, it is the grind, and it's like story after story, or people like Sandman, and like, look, quit, like people just looking at you, like, quit now. There was a comic named Bo Dacian. Well, he's still around. Bo Dacian, Bo Dacian.
Yeah, I know this.
And one thing I always asked comics that I really looked up to was like, what's one piece of advice you have for anybody? Sorry, like the one piece. And it varies across every comic, but Bodacious was definitely like, if you ever earn enough money in this business to buy a gun, don't do it. And I was like, that's all right.
Wait. Definitely this specific for you. Like,
Yeah, he's like, you're gonna kill yourself someday.
Dude.
Like this is the least supportive group of people in the world. Every other industry or field, everybody's trying to foster and be like, okay, well, whatever your dreams are, you got potential. If you keep working and trying hard, you can do something.
I don't think it's that we
Quit.
don't. I don't think it's we
Give
don't
up.
care. It's more that we get to fuck with each other. Like when this one dude's
You
dog.
think the Sandman was fucking with you, or he totally meant that with every fiber of his
I
soul?
hadn't told him I was a comedian when he said that shit. Don't ever get into Timmy's business. I didn't tell him I was a comic. So when he said that, I go, oh fuck, I was about to ask you for advice, man. Fuck. we get to say fucked up shit to each other, man, and regular people don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You work in an office, and then your dog is run over in front of you, and then what did Jib say to this one fucker? His dog got run over in front
Oh,
of
talking
him.
about Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker's dog gets run over in front of him, and the other comedian doesn't give him pity. Doesn't go, oh man, my bad. He laughs at him.
Well, he held back for a few seconds.
He
I
tried.
forgot what Jib said something.
He definitely did.
I forgot what it was, bro, but Jib
He
said
said,
something.
"Shut the or stop
And
crying."
and
or some
it
shit.
was just still fresh because the dog got ran
no,
over.
because
Wait, did he tell him to go get his money or something like that?
No, it was Adam Dominguez and Jake Bonner. Jake Bonner was crying.
Okay.
And Jibs was like, well, at least and it got the cute one because there was two. There's two dogs that were twins, and one was ugly and one was real cute. And he was like, and it got the cute one too.
Oh my god. That's fucked. That's so fucked up. Funny, but fucked up.
Yeah, that's why we do it. I mean,
But isn't that one of the perks, man? Like you say,
Yeah.
you fucking risk everything. You have to defy logic. Your family going, really? You can't come to this other quinceañera? Like, no, I'm out of town, man. I can't go. I'm performing, right? So you miss all that shit. But one of the perks is what?
this hanging out.
I mean,
So
That's
I
one
can
of the
say
perks.
whatever the fuck I
Yeah.
want, not in a malicious way or whatever, man. But just
But comedy has hurt my relationships a point. It has.
I've watched it close up. Yeah, I've seen it.
It's hurt my
It's really, only said, comedy has hurt my relationships. You can't find one comic that says, hey, comedy made my relationship better.
No, very seldom.
Nah, man.
Very seldom, bro. Especially if you choose gig over.
Well,
something
okay,
else.
but to be fair, like you could be especially vocal with your feelings on Facebook, so you would know exactly what was going on in Otis's life, like based on the quote or the like, man, sometimes bitches.
What is it? He's dropping knowledge, man. What do you mean?
Well, but like, yeah, they sound like it's knowledge, but it's also like something happened. Like something just happened to Otis.
And I was going through my Drake phase. I was acting light skinned. Leave me alone.
Hey, I was defending Otis and he admitted to it. Fuck, man. We almost had him, bro.
For real. And then he was being real Caucasian. He would message me, "Hey, you all right?
Is everything all right?
You okay, buddy?
You okay, buddy? Hey, buddy.
You all right, man? I can bake you some cookies or something. You good, all right?"
Buddy.
Look, this is like everybody's been saying, a very hard thing that we all do. And when we find people that we enjoy doing with that keep doing it with the same mentality. Like all three of us, I would normally be hanging out with like anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
Anyways,
Yeah.
and I will go to extra lengths for any of my friends, from vouching for them when they need to be like, if somebody asks you where I was tonight, you say this.
Yeah.
To Iggy having to, no, not having to. Like one, he knows that I would pick him up whenever. Like he knows that I would like come, pick him up. So he sent me a message saying he was stuck in a porta potty in the
I remember that.
in a desert. Like, cause his job was to move porta potties, and he was moving porta potties, and he like was filming himself, and he was like leaving like Castaway Survivor messages online, like update number, like
What is this?
I got locked out. I don't know how to get out of this burning hot porta potty. I drove out into the desert at like 10 p.m. at night looking for his ass, when it was all a prank. It was just
Okay.
I almost got into an accident because of you.
You know what's funny, man? Because you gotta preface it by saying I used to put these videos of me delivering and servicing porta potties for military cats doing training out in McGregor Range. So people already saw me putting the videos, whatever. So this and straight out, man, this is during the lockdown motherfucking times. So I did not know it was April Fool's. I just thought of doing this shit.
Was it on April Fool's?
It was on April Fool's.
Okay,
but
that should have clued me in, I know, but
Right?
honestly, like after already being skeptical for hours, it was like hours. He's like, I'm still in here.
Because it was April Fool's.
I should have known.
It was April Fool's. My chick helped me with it, and she didn't even know it was April Fool's either.
That's right.
Because we did it, and the next day she's like, "Hey, people are calling me. What the fuck did we do last night?" Like, oh, the porta potty thing. And dude, I had a lady from this should reach Las Vegas. This lady from Las Vegas, like, I was trying to get people to go out there. Hold on, what's the statute of limitation on this? Because they might charge me with this, but. My firefighter homie from Fort Bliss Fire Department goes, dude, we sent a rescue squad out there to look for you.
Damn, dog.
Thinking I was stuck in a porta potty, man. In
So
the middle of
then-
nowhere.
It's cool that people cared.
Ponchi got mad at me. Hey, Ponchi, I love you, Ponchi, wait. Probably the only comics is gonna see this shit, but I love Ponchi right now. But Ponchi's like, hey, wait, you fucked up, wait. I thought he goes, I called people.
Oh yeah. So the worst part was like I was obviously thinking that must be a joke, right?
Yeah.
But then people started calling me. Our other friends were like, "Why aren't you going out there?" Like I think Bunchy called me. I think other people called me. Anyways,
bad.
the point of the story was that I am a good friend.
I remember you put those videos up, and when I first saw the first two, I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought it was on some real shit.
Right.
And later on, I was like, "Oh, okay." But first, when you first see the video,
It was
the way you filmed
realistic.
it,
Yeah.
You
it
know what
looked
helped
like
me?
it.
You know what helped me with? Because I had actually stole a porta potty from my work.
It was in his house. It was in the backyard the whole time.
By the way, it was a brand new one, and no one ever should have pissed on it. But I had it in my backyard to go. At midnight, I would go, "Hey man, I'm still here," and then 2 in the morning, it's still good.
that's
So
what
people
you're
was like,
doing?
"Yeah."
Dude.
Fucked up.
And the funny thing about it is that same porta potty. When he do parties, he'll go, "Hey man, don't use the bathroom in my crib. Go to the bathroom." It was right back there.
That's for selfies only.
I told him that he should have a podcast from inside the porta potty. Like you would have to do the interview standing, like against somebody else. And what did you say? Oh, we'd call it shit talk. Yeah.
Shit talk.
That's stupid, dog.
Oh, because he got lights in there. He put Christmas lights in there and shit.
Oh, so it's all nice and shit.
Yeah.
You still have it?
No, man.
Yeah, he had to give
sold
it
it.
back.
I just give it back. I sold that shit. Yeah, $90, man.
Oh hell yeah, dog.
I got it for free.
I will say that
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I wrote way more the first few years I was doing stand-up, and then once I wasn't able to like see Iggy and my friend Jake as much, and like I was having to force myself to write on my own. Like, it gets hard to force yourself to write, you know.
That's a weird ass segue. What the
Yeah, what just happened there?
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about before.
Well, we went to porta potties to depressive writing at this point.
Yeah.
You would write in the porta
yourself,
potty.
man. When your friends are gone, you just gotta write.
I honestly just wanted to. It was more of a cry for help. Like,
I'm glad I left by myself.
Iggy, please write with me. Please.
I'm your ride or die
You
with
are
a
my
W.
ride or die.
But
I'm your ride or die. I'm more your ride.
But I have to say something about this community we have, like, especially here in El Paso. As a comic, if you look at it, right, you know how open mics, we all hang out with each other, or we see each other frequently, become friends. If you subtract the friends you know and grew up with, and subtract the comics from your life, but subtract them, your friend list will probably shrink down to maybe less. Because as you get older, you don't really hang around your buddies like you used to. But the comics you see all the time.
I definitely see you guys more than most people.
Yeah, I've seen more comics than do most of my friends.
So you said subtract the comics and the friends you grew up with? That's like I have nobody.
No, like
Lions.
you know what I mean,
It's like
though. If
nobody
you subtract
anymore.
the comics, like you hang out with now.
So
there's
you
some of the
mean
friends-
1 minus 1?
I'm just saying.
Everybody's gone now.
All right, subtract all the comics from your life
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you know, and then just stick with people you know. You go like, damn, my friends list is like pretty much.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
Minimized.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm saying?
sure.
Because everybody grows up, they get married, or they just branch off and do their thing. You don't hear from them much anymore.
Yeah, and then there's even the like other thing where like Jibs is busy. Once you like get traveling and stuff, like then you might not even see the comic friends that you see all the time. Like you might see like other ones, you know, traveling, but
That's it. And then everybody starts doing. You're happy for them, but you don't see them.
yeah, for sure.
Because they're out doing gigs and shit. So you're like, oh man, like, and then it becomes me. I'm a nomad somewhat. I can go in a room, not know anybody, and still adapt. Especially when it comes to comedy.
You're very chameleon-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go any open mic or a show and you sit there and watch comics all day. I can watch comedy all day.
That's badass. Yeah.
Chameleon. Sounds like a stripper name.
Up,
Coming to the
stage
stage.
number 5. Chameleon.
Yeah, but I can adapt. So it's
Well, yeah, like I will always, if there's a comedy club, I'll always be able to make a friend because like there's somebody else that is
you
into
get
comedy,
drawn to
you know.
it. Yeah, you get drawn to it, bro. Like comics automatically, like we're like a bunch of like, how you say it? I wouldn't say roaches. What's the name?
Yeah, no, roaches. I think,
it's just all.
I think roaches is the best example you
Not
could
roaches, but something positive. Something. Roaches, man. Yeah.
Well, I guess like flies. I guess.
And it's funny
Sure.
because I have one
School
tattoo
of
right there.
fish.
Is
Maggots? I'd say maggots, really.
Oh.
I don't know. What other gross, disgusting insect can we compare ourselves to?
One time I went traveling for like almost a month, and apparently I didn't take the trash out in my apartment.
Oh,
And there
no.
was maggots in there.
Ugh, that's gross.
Yeah, that was gross.
You know what? Maggots, they actually eat dead flesh. They're not that bad for you.
Yo, you guys seen those vinegroons? You ever seen those?
What is
shits?
that?
Whoa, watch how
You
you
know-
say it.
You know what a vinegroon is? It's like this. They get big, man. So it's like this big thing that's flat.
It looks like a roach scorpion. Almost.
It looks like a scorpion, but with gnarly, and then the tail's flat. It sprays fucking vinegar at you, man.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a vinegroon.
It sprays vinegar at you? Mm-hmm. What the kind of shit?
Acetic acid.
But when you look at it, it looks gnarly, man. It's got this big ass, like, what do they call that? Pincers?
Pinchers?
Whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, pincers?
Yeah.
Claws.
It's just like a flat, black, big ass.
Body?
No, man,
Thorax?
it's like a.
I think I've seen those. They're here in El Paso, right?
Yeah, put it in the clip. Clip this shit on the.
You know this isn't.
I'll tell you this.
Let's go to the real, guys. So let's go.
They look like
this.
flat scorpions.
They're not.
I'll put to my stepdad used to go when we used to see one. Hey man, there's a vinegar. We'll call my stepdad. He'd come out with a 22 rifle and shoot those motherfuckers, man. So they were little scorpions. They were flat, this big. Watch, compare it when you do the clip, baby. Jeez. I grew up in the hood. Everything was trying to kill you. The insects, the fucking neighbors.
Hey, you know, you started this interview by asking me why I started stand up and then never got to Iggy.
No, because he's trying to flip him some
No,
other shit.
I showed them why.
We should have a podcast episode where we just go through every tattoo on here and the
Let's not.
significance. He has a cockroach on his hand. I don't know if you can see it.
So you manipulating me.
Oh shit.
He's so scared of cockroaches that I've seen it in person before where he's like, bro, kill that.
Dude.
You don't like killing them?
I can't stand roaches, man.
I can't stand them either. But
Spiders,
I kill 'em.
I don't give a fuck about spiders.
Yeah,
Snakes,
they're
it doesn't
alright.
bother me. Fucking masked assailants. I told my chick this.
That's the same.
I told my chick this one time because where we live, man, is close to Franklin Mountains, so it's close to mountains. There's a lot of not even like roaches because you're nasty people, but the big fucking roaches.
Yeah.
So I was there, man.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, and I told her, hey, look, girl, like, if we're ever at a bar and someone comes in and starts to shoot up, I'm gonna protect you, whatever. But if you see a roach, you better run, bitch, because I'm not gonna protect you from a roach. Like, you kill it. Dude, I'm telling you that shit straight out, man. This is confirmed. I'm telling you that. And a big ass roach falls on your lap. I ran, bro. I ran, man. Like, dude, get out of here. One of both of us has to go down with this. I just can't, man. I can't.
So
it's weird.
This is the first time I'm ever going to say this on camera. There's a bar you and I go to that I've seen roaches multiple times just crawling along the wall.
Why did you have to talk shit about Scenics? It already closed down. It already closed down, guy. Like,
Stupid, man.
I know I've eaten a roach before, man. One time,
Eating a roach?
yeah. Well, not on purpose. This fucker,
Yeah.
like,
I was just making sure I heard what I heard.
What?
No, I was watching Saturday morning cartoons. I was over there, man, like 12 years old. But I'm watching Saturday morning cartoons, man, and it was one of the little small brown ones. They're not the gross ones, but they're still roach.
Still gross.
So yeah, I'm watching Scooby-Doo or whatever, man. And I go like this, and I go, oh shit, there's a roach in my cereal. I go, oh, it's only half of it. Ah, fuck. You hit the other half, man. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did you finish the cereal?
He drank the milk.
Yeah, you have to, man. My mom would have whooped my ass if I threw the milk away. Shit.
I think roaches make milk, and I think they sell it.
My mom said, drink around the roach.
way.
Just
Yeah,
drink around
I
it.
think they sell roach milk.
Fuck it.
fuck?
Why would somebody?
No.
Why would somebody drink that shit?
Why'd you have to fuck this up? Dude?
Well, I don't know if it's milk.
Oh,
Might just be a white substance that comes
oh
out of them.
man.
But
I'm the kind of person, if I see a roach in like in my crib or something, I have to kill it.
Yeah.
And I have to find
like
it.
you can't just live knowing it's
No,
around.
and if it gets away, I'll search through everything until I fucking kill it. I can't let it go.
If not, it's there. Just
I know it's there.
stalking you.
Yeah, exactly. I can't. I know it's there talking shit about me. Going, I didn't kill it, so I have to go find it, and I have to find his family and his cousins.
Kill them
and
too.
Kill them too.
Roach is
It's on
like,
some John Wick shit.
yeah.
Roach is like, you ain't gonna
John
kill it.
Wick.
You can't find me.
You
Bitch.
This is like an episode of The Sopranos. Like he's taking out the whole family.
It's always the biggest roaches that are the bravest.
that talk the most shit.
Yeah, but but when a
fly
big
at
roach
you.
crawls,
Oh, the
they
flying
sit
ones?
there
Fuck
and they
that.
act like you can't see them. You ever see the big roach that go like this? He doesn't see me. I'm
You're
like,
on a white wall.
yeah, I can see you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And when they fly at you, dog, the Texas roaches fly at you, dog.
Yeah.
So they go like, brrr, and then they brrr, that sound. I've never ducked and screamed like a bitch in that situation. I still killed it.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit like the bitch came out of me.
Okay, would you eat a roach
No.
for $10,000?
No.
$10,000?
I couldn't.
Steven,
That's a quick one. I'm like, nope.
No, I couldn't do it.
I would
It'd have
I
to
would
be
just be
more.
like
That had to be more. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe 500,000. I'll think about it.
Okay, yeah, I'd eat it for 500,000.
500,000. I think
Yeah.
about it.
God, you guys are expensive.
No, if you're gonna fuck up
I've
my
had,
eternal-
yeah, because like, unless
You know what you could do with $10,000?
Yeah, but I've had more than that, so it's like doesn't feel.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Steve, not all of us are.
I've never had $500,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
like,
had
all right.
10,000 before. It's not worth it.
It's not. It's not. Dude, that 10,000 gonna be gone quick.
Yeah,
Right,
10,000
yeah.
goes fast. Though. That's a couple of like you pay rent for 6 months, half of that shit comes.
I would be like,
You make one funky choice in life, that shit's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fuck up one time, that's it, bro.
I would like put it all in Blockbuster stock or something like stupid.
Blockbuster, come on, man.
Yeah.
Can we cuss on this?
Yeah, of course. You say
So
what
I
the fuck
sucked
you
a
want.
dick for $500 once. Eh? I would eat a roach for.
I thought you hated roaches. Though. I thought you
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but I
since
sucked
you're
that
already
dick
going
with
into
that
this,
guy.
because I wasn't going to bring this up. Okay, but since you're already going into this hardcore, like, I love when I pick Iggy up, I was just like, am waiting to see what he says. I pick him up, we were running late, and.
You were running late. I was ready. Wait.
No, you were already like, yeah. Anyways, so when I pull up, he's like, yeah, I'll be right out. I'm just putting lotion on right now. I was like, what? When did that? Like, when did cholos need to worry about how ashy their skin was? I didn't know that. But
I work out that.
I know you have nice arms, but as we're driving, we're like Dyer Street is just one long road of memories for Iggy. Like it's just like this is where I got jumped here. That's where I almost got jumped. And then as we were driving, he's like, "Hey, that's where I sucked that guy's dick for $100."
It's because you guys gotta understand, man. I used to smoke crack, and I quit smoking crack because crack made me suck a dick.
Yeah, it is a crack thing to do. It's a very cracky thing to do.
But also, man, the only reason why I started telling people about this shit is because I told my girlfriend one time we were in Austin, man. I was doing a gig, and it was Sunday after, right before we came home, so we were at a bar in Austin, just doing my check, man, like at 11 in the morning. And so, one time I tried to rob this cat, man, and I ended up sucking his dick, and I got $500 out of that shit. And she goes, "Wow, like, you ever told anyone?" Nah, just me and the trucker, dude. That was it. So then I told her this, but then afterwards I go, "What if I break up with her?" And she starts telling people this shit. So I had to beat her to it. So then I started telling her. I did. I had to beat her to it. And
it's in his set now. So.
Yeah, it is. Dude, I was fucked up, man. I was fucking. It was 3 in the morning. I was fucked up on crack. And I'm walking home. I got like a 4-mile walk, man.
Damn.
So fucking, I'm walking, man. This dude's coming out of this bar. That's
Apparently right here, but
yeah, it is. Off of Norton, whatever.
Norton?
Yeah, off of Arlen.
Harlan.
Anyways, so I'm walking, man. This dude's walking out and I asked him for a cigarette. Boom, and he's giving me a cigarette. And I go, "This guy's fucked up. I know I could rob him if I could get him," because he said he had a room down the street. He goes, "I have cigarettes and beer in my room." So, all right, man, cool. Let's go. I don't want to tell you how old I was because
it's a nice guy.
I don't want to
That's a
tell
lot
you
of hospitality.
I don't want to tell you how old I was because it'll make you feel uncomfortable. But I already had tattoos and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go with this guy and I go, "All right, man." Gives me a beer and let's play some poker. Yeah, sure, whatever. I go, "This guy's gonna fall asleep anytime now. It's already 4 in the morning. I'm cracked out. He's not. He's just drunk." And the fucker won't fall asleep so I could rob his shit. So straight out, man, I did. I go, "Man, I'm cracked out." But he go, "When you get your dick sucked, you fall asleep right afterwards."
This is the logic.
That was the logic, man. So I do. By the way, it was quick.
It was his logic. Like he was like, "I fall asleep when I get." He probably was.
No, trip out because it was very quick, man. Very quick as fuck. But I do it and go, and I go, "Oh shit, the fucker's asleep." It worked. So motherfucker falls asleep. All right, cool, man. Boom, man. Looking for his wallet. I can't find it. I go, "Bitch, I know you put it in the mattress." So I move him over and I check the mattress. Nothing. I go, "Yo, I just sucked this guy's dick for free." It's just guy's got no money. Fuck.
No, technically cigarettes.
Anyway, I'm about to walk out, man. It's in a hotel, so I'm about to walk out, and the door's closing. And I go, "What haven't I checked yet? I checked everywhere. Why don't I check?" And I stop the door and I go, "Let me flip him the other way." I flip him the other way. It was $500 underneath the mattress. So it was $500 for a blowjob and shit. And so I just suck it. I just suck his dick for crack. I got the money, then bought the crack. But it was weird, man, because then I go, I'm never do this shit again, man. Fuck that, and I quit the next day.
The dick sucking or the crack?
Both.
Yeah, double whammy.
Now I charge more. But you know what? But when I tell the story also, bro, it's to let motherfuckers know, like, crack is that good, that fucked up, that it'll make you do shit you don't want to do. Because I told this to my kids, man. One of them was not ready for it. The other one kind of was, man, but he's like, guess what?
One of them was not ready for it.
She's like, "Dad, I don't know what crack or dick sucking is, but
Dude, forget the birds and the bees conversation. You went into that.
hey,
Look, son.
Look, son.
Here's some trauma for
my
you.
kids had never smoked crack, so it fucking worked, man. It worked.
Don't do crack.
And on the way here, I showed Nico where it happened to it.
You know the fun thing
Good
about
story.
yeah, the fun thing
It's
about hanging out with
embarrassing,
well, you brought that's why you went first.
It's a public service announcement. Hey, kids, don't smoke
Don't do crack.
It'll make you suck.
The best part about Iggy hanging out with him, and maybe me too, is because I forget all the things I've told him before, and he forgets. So we've told each other the exact same stories for years now, over and over.
You have dick sucking stories? With
No.
I was gonna say what?
I meant hang out and just, you know what? Anyways, an exchange of ideas.
No, you know what's worse is Nico hit me up and you go, hey, here, listen to my set. Chingao, man. The next 20 minutes, just listen to his set. It's only an 8-minute set. He just keeps rewinding it.
That's what you get for being my mentor. It's like, hey,
Give me some props.
I was gonna ask you, how's it like working on the radio?
good. It's a lot like this.
Well, I mean, you're
No,
kind
we
of a
can't
local celebrity at this point, man.
I would challenge that premise, I guess.
No, people know you, bro. There's people that
Yeah.
show up to the mics, or even shows, and go, "Oh, Nico's on," so they go and see you.
Domingo does not count necessarily.
Bro, Domingo. Well, give props to Domingo, but
Yeah, props to Domingo.
Domingo, I love the guy. He's only not. I got him to say purple Kool-Aid and shit like that. I told him to say it to
Purple
me every time I'm
Kool-Aid.
on stage.
Purple Kool-Aid.
Say purple Kool-Aid. I told him to do it.
So one of these days, our brothers are going to jump up and shit. What you say, bitch?
But he can say some racist ass shit.
Right.
He can just say, "Hey, man, I got autism. What the fuck you gonna do?" Like, I'm not gonna
Right,
say
right.
anything. So he yells out shit. He's also very supportive. He helps me and support. He's like your biggest fan.
He's just he's a big fan of a lot of us, and I think like one, as disruptive and crazy as he is to any show he goes to,
Yeah.
you can't be mad at the guy.
Nah, man, and
You gotta love him.
You're officially a comic here in El Paso when you get your heckle text
Yeah,
from
Domingo.
I
I'm
was
gonna
about to
heckle
see
you.
that. How often does he do that?
Any
All the
show
time,
he
every
goes to.
time.
Yeah.
He does it a lot to you? The 4 a.m. text every night?
Oh, I have him set to mute. I have
Oh,
muted
okay.
Domingo's
I
text
give
messages.
I gave Domingo his phone number.
He did.
Fuck
It was
did.
the worst prank he's ever done in his life to
Oh,
me.
shit.
Which
That was
was
the
good.
easiest one. I said, hey,
I get some weird ass messages from Domingo.
I go,
The thing is about Domingo is it's just like he does it late,
Right.
like at 3 or 4 in the morning,
Yeah,
right?
he
And
sent
you're
me
like,
a
"Isn't
4
it
a.m.
just like dude doing
And
coke?"
a string of them, too.
So-
It's like one word after one.
Yeah,
Ding, ding,
it's
ding,
like-
ding, 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 ding,
So
ding.
imagine if you were in a relationship,
And you at 4 a.m. you
4 a.m. your
hear,
shit blowing up.
who's blowing up your phone?
Domingo, yeah, that's her
Yeah.
name, Domingo.
You'd be like, no, that's a guy with autism, I swear, babe. Like, no, who the fuck is blowing up your phone?
They're like,
Sure.
you into some freaky shit?
Yeah, some magical guy with autism.
It's like, is that what you think? It's a guy with autism. So you fucking guys with autism? No. It's hard to explain. that
Everybody
shit.
needs love.
No, I appreciate. Yeah, like I said, I don't. It's hard to imagine what is a like. I don't consider myself a celebrity at any level, local or otherwise. But it is nice that people recognize or hear something
Yeah,
because
man. This time, people at the mics and the shows, I've just heard them like, Nico's gonna be here. We came here because we heard Nico and stuff like that.
well, that's always like the goal, you know. Like I think it. It's crazy. To me, it's an insane. Like, I just think it's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
I can't believe that anybody hears my voice and then likes it or doesn't a lot of times. But this is
It's
stupid.
the jokes, not the voice.
Yeah, it's a joke.
So
I know.
before the radio, you were EMT? Was that right before
the radio, I was EMT. Yeah. So I stopped
So, yeah,
doing
how did the transition go?
I stopped doing EMT work when I started stand up. So there's like about 3 years where 2 years where I wasn't doing EMT work, and then I went back, and then in the middle of that was when I got on the radio, and then I had to quit that again. But like
So what were you doing for those 2 years as far as work?
I was nothing. I was living so poor, like
Bohemian.
scrounging, like bumming cigarettes from him all the time, and like
You still do that shit.
yeah, I still do that to him.
I
But
remember because you would I would buy cigarettes from him sometime, or I buy you a beer, and then he was like, "I'm sorry, man. I'll get you back. I promise."
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, "Don't worry about it." He said, he always apologized, even though he would ask for something, he'd be like, "I promise I'll get you back, man." So I'm like, "Dude, we're friends. Don't worry about it."
I appreciate
You always
that so
apologize
much.
for
That's
everything,
nice.
dog.
There was like Adam Dominguez and Jibs got me through that year, those 2 years, like really hard. Yeah, I appreciate it, and I do mean I am giving it back. Okay, I will.
No.
But there's like for like Adam, like I honestly have bumped so many cigarettes for Adam. Like I probably owed him like cartons at some point, and so then he quit smoking cigarettes. when I finally got enough money to start paying him back. And I was like, what the fuck do you want? So I think I just sent him cash. I think I sent him like a couple $100.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, man. You always been like that, dog. I like how you also plug the comedic, like their shows and stuff. You plug it on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's like literally no opportunity I haven't been given that I haven't been so lucky to, because there's other people, and that'd be just like super insane not to be able to. If anything, I feel limited with how much I can help. There's like really so much more I really wish I could do, but
you could do a lot more. You sell yourself short, and also you just don't do shit sometimes. I'm gonna call you out. There's sometimes you just don't. You'll be like this. I should be doing
Where's
this.
this going?
And then you go the next day. Hey, did you do it? Nah.
yeah, no, there's definitely like a what is it called? Procrastination side of me, but I also like I'm just like dead tired almost every day, like just. And whether it's like my weird sleeping schedule or just like the shows and stuff, I'm just like tired a lot. So yeah, I probably should be doing more. I admit it.
You have open toe shoes, man. We could tell you don't try, motherfucker. You're not gonna work. You're not gonna live.
I'm not really
run.
trying too hard right now.
Yeah, I look at you and I just get upset sometimes. I'm like, you would do so much more.
Calling him open toe is hella funny.
We're the North Keys, man. What if someone attacks us? We have to
You're
run from
just a
someone.
chick.
Yeah.
You got some open toes.
You got some nice thongs.
You got hepatitis B also, motherfucker.
No, Otis, you're right. It is a fair criticism of me.
Not in the tattoo shop, outside. I mean, it's not.
So how about this? On podcast and era, I will promise you, I will start doing.
Why you gonna say a lie in front of everybody?
Watch it. We'll start wearing
Because it's
socks
easy.
with
I forgot, like, wait, doing what?
He ain't going. Whatever the fuck he says he's gonna do, he's not gonna fucking do.
You don't know that,
Yeah, what
Otis.
specifically are we talking about? Doing
Just
what?
just doing like I tell him, hey man, like you should go when you go on the radio, you should go on live more, so you get more followers and you show yourself on the radio.
Oh, you mean like on my Instagram and
You
stuff?
know,
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
period.
yeah. Oh, no, no.
You don't
I
do-
am so bad at
You
social
don't
media
do
right now.
none of that shit.
I am
Then he goes
so
like
bad.
this. Yeah, you're right, man. I should do it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm like this.
Well, look, there's something completely different between understanding intellectually. Yeah, if everybody just started doing what they should be doing, they would be way more successful than they are. But it's hard for some people. Like for me, it's social media. For some other people, it might be sending out your booking emails. How often do you send out your booking emails and your avails to everybody?
I
mean,
don't do that. So
Right.
Damn, got you.
He got me there.
So, whatever we could be doing, we should be doing. There's like a difference in like what energy do you have to do it, you know? And yeah, I think there are things for it to work on. I definitely need to do that more and better.
Wait, talk more about these booking email things. How
Availabilities?
often do you do that? Yeah.
Like,
what's
I just got my bookings for Barry Neal, so I just got like in Mountain Gods and Honda Casino, and
Barry Neal's the booker?
Barry Neal's, well, his wife is, but he reached out for me.
Right, wait, let me say
Booker
hi to
sounds
Barry
racist.
Neal. Hi, Barry Neal. Hi, Barry Neal.
He's the booker. He's the booker.
Hard R.
Yeah, so like once you get like enough contacts from club owners and people who are booking, you send out like, hey, I'm available. This. And that's how you start populating your dates or plugging your dates into like your calendar and stuff.
Yeah. You send that out how often? Like
A
month, every few months?
Like right now, I don't have that many people I can ask. So like, this is the first time I've done it, because I just did it in my. So this is the first time this quarter, probably. First time in 3 months, probably. Yeah.
You have a bunch of bookers you send shit to?
Oh yeah, man, all over the place.
How often do you do this shit?
Most of the gigs I get is with comics. Say, man, you want to do this show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, word of mouth stuff.
Yeah, man. I've been doing 13 years, and I believe it was like 5 years in. I don't remember, man, but I went on tour with these.
He's done it 15 years, by the way, and it's interesting because comedy is this weird thing where like the older you get, the younger you want to feel too. Like, no, I haven't done that.
No, I would lie. Hey, I'm 22 years in. Now it's 13.
It's not. I've done it 12. You definitely have done it 15 years.
Oh shit.
But that means Otis is at like 13, probably.
I'm close. Yeah.
So I've been doing it 18 years. You know, I was thinking about this yesterday, man. It was interesting to me when it goes, some cats just wait too long to pull the trigger. And I didn't. I quit Costco. Quit Costco, man. Just went on road with my motorcycle and a fucking duffel bag in my lap. That was it. Going to Vegas, Laredo, shit like that.
Yeah.
Laredo, sorry, Ponchi. I'm going to say Laredo. But just doing that shit, man. Where's I going with this?
Living the dream, bro.
I guess you just trying to like hustle.
Oh
right?
yeah, man, and going on the road with the Latin Comedy Jam with this badass tour back in the day, and I had cashed out my 401k, so I had $16,000, man, a motorcycle and shit. I was already booked, but just fucking depression fucked me up, man. The depression of not having my kids, because when I quit Costco, became full-time road comic, I moved to Phoenix, and my kids weren't talking to me at the time, man. So I'm there in Phoenix, all depressed in this apartment, going and performing, and then the weekends going doing shows. But I didn't use that 16 to buy equipment, to, you know what I'm saying? I just
Invest. in
lived.
stuff, yeah.
I divested it. Motherfucker. I invested in modelos. Right.
It's
Nah,
hard.
man, but-
It's a mentality.
No, yeah, but I did pull the trigger, and actually I would have made it, man. But the producer of that tour, I think he got arrested or something happened to his ass. He disappeared. Right, and then you go, all right, cool. And then since then, I've been putting in work for other shit, whatever,
Yeah.
man. So it's just cyclical, bro. You go like, I was on this fucking wave, then I'm not, and then the other ones come in, and just prepare, man. Because I've done shows, I've created shows for myself, created lanes for myself instead of just going, here's my avails to clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm
that makes sense.
It's not even trying to find a back way, it's just a different door than going,
Yeah.
here's my EPK, which I should have, but whatever.
But yeah, if you look at it this way, Iggy, though, at least you pulled the trigger. You feel me? You can say, oh well, he had your ups and downs, but,
But
at
I
least you
emptied the
said-
clip,
You,
motherfucker.
yeah, well, but at least you did it. Though.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people have that regret where they go, "Man, I wish I would have."
Yeah.
Or I wish I would have did this shit. And you
Yeah.
don't want to live. I tell people you don't want to live with regret because then regret turns into bitterness most of the time.
Yeah, it's all live and learn. There's no like failing. You just learn some shit.
Yeah.
So that next time when you're in that situation, you're like, oh, this happened before. I know what to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
It's
what all
all
these
one
white
big
hairs
video
are, bro.
game.
These are learning shits right here. Yeah. That's
But,
my
I
grandpa
mean,
beard.
Say, bro.
That's why this is so hard because one, it's not just like being your own personal contractor in business, but like if you have any other job where things are laid out and set up for you and the way you make money is so predictable, like this is just so much force of sheer will power and having the ability to like push yourself to do it. That there are simple business things like returning emails. You know, that
I
can
suck
get
at that shit.
yeah, but you would think, well, how hard is that? Sometimes it's hard to like motivate yourself. Maybe there's a reason why you don't want to, and like that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
holding you back.
literally like a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're selling your set, your show. You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
selling
But then
you,
emotionally,
basically.
sometimes
And
it's
so-
hard to put yourself in that headspace of, well, I never
That
got.
could be anything.
I never got into this
You
to
know?
do it as a business. Like I didn't
Yeah.
think. I never wanted.
But regardless of why you get into it,
Sure.
technically that's what it is.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. I run the tattoo shop. Like,
You're
I've had this
absolutely
for a
right,
long time.
and
But-
I think that's just what some comics are not good at. That like some comics are just not.
That's what
good
we're
at
talking
thinking
about. It's a live and learn thing.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll make mistakes along the way, then you kind of figure it out. It's like other jobs I had. I jumped off too early before, you know, and tried to go full time on some other shit, and
Yeah.
it worked out when it worked out. But like you were saying, it's always these ups
Yes.
and downs. So
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
prepared for that down, then your business is going down, and then you got to figure it out and learn some shit.
Yeah.
So like the last time that I had a job, that was the smoothest fucking transition
Nice.
because I worked in a mailroom at this architecture firm in San Francisco, and it was just like, you know, dumb mailroom shit, moving stuff and emptying out their storage, and I was shipping out these toys for a business that I had, the kendama things. I don't know if
Yeah.
yeah. So that shit started blowing up. So, and since I worked in a mailroom, they were like, just bring it to work and we'll ship it out. Yeah, so it started with like a backpack of like 3 or 4 like every day. Then by the time I had to quit, it was like a fucking garbage bag full.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they were like, well, this is fucking, you can't do this. It's too much, man. Like, what are you doing? And then literally I was like, I can't afford to work for you anymore. Like, I'm losing money by coming to my fucking job.
As that as.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a nice
but-
transition.
Yeah, that
that's
was
a
the
nice
smoothest
transition.
one.
That's
So that's why I
totally-
kind of
Yeah.
like think about that all the time. It's like, okay, I would only go into something full time when it's that type of shit again. Where
Right.
it's like, I'm forced to now. It's
Right.
either I'm gonna lose what I'm building if I don't fucking just do that now.
Well, but the thing about stand up, and not just stand up, but like the avenues from which bookings can come from is not just from bookers as much anymore, but like you could be doing the special event circuit, you know, I mean the private event circuit. Like if you really like pushed out, what's the thing on? Oh, gig salad. Like if you really made your gig salad nice and you were like one of the top MCs and like you could be making, you know, pretty decent money that way. Or you could be trying to take time off and go to Vegas and LA to get some of your guest spots in and see like what comes out of it. I mean, it's so unpredictable, and it's like also, I don't know. I think most people in comedy want to like do more, and they're trying to get like do bigger or more sets somewhere. Like we used to talk about moving to like we would see people moving to LA before pandemic wise, and it'd always be like I don't know, it feels like we're gonna have to move someday, right? Or
that's what we were talking about, but it's like I'm not saying you can't go that path.
Now it's different for sure.
Now it's different. Now I don't think you have to because you have to do this. You find your own path.
You
find your way.
You find your own path, and there's nothing saying you have to like move there full time. Dude, we can travel everywhere. You know?
Right.
You can fly there, stay there for like a few weeks if you can afford it, a month or so, and do all you can. Take any opportunity you can. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, you don't have to live in a van down by the river. You feel me?
yeah, absolutely.
But
it's like it goes back to like certain skills, and like I guarantee you, probably the funniest person in the world right now is never going to be performing beyond like a mile radius of where they're at because.
Why have to talk shit about Lando, man? He's gonna watch this.
No, I said funniest person in the world. Yeah, I said.
Oh my god.
No, but just because maybe that person is really, really creative and funny, but has no Hayden Bandy. Hayden, remember Hayden?
Yeah, I remember. That's
Hayden's my boy from back in the day. Hayden was a brilliant comic. Like he went out to some open mics, never doing it before, and he would just rant. Like he would do rant comedy that would almost.
Dude, he was so precise, so funny. He kind of reminds me
Casey
of
Rocket. It reminds me of Casey Rocket a
He
little.
reminds me of kind of how Guzman is now. Because Guzman is just like this now.
Yeah.
I saw him the other day at the strip. Dude, when he quit for a while because he had, family and stuff. But even like, I was like, damn, I missed him because I was like, dude, him.
Yeah, he's real sharp.
Him and Hayden were kind of the same. And Hayden came back, bro. The only time he came back.
I made a relapse. I feel bad. Man.
You did?
I made a relapse.
I was like, yo, what? I even asked Hayden, why were you gone so long? Oh, drugs, dog.
Yeah.
He was like, I did drugs. And I was like, oh, shit. At least he was honest. And he wasn't even saying like normal. I thought he'd be like, well, cocaine. It's like, no, man, like, fucking heroin and shit. I was like, damn, bro. Like, he was going into some deep shit. And I was like, but he's brutally honest. Hayden's always been that way.
Always brutally honest.
So I don't point any names out. But the first open mic he shows up at Scenics, I haven't seen him in like almost a year. I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna see your set. And as soon as he goes up there, he goes, what's up? Hey guys, I'm Hayden. And somebody gets punched, and a fight breaks out between two comics, and his set never gets hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say who, but somebody punched another comic.
Yeah, I know.
They started fighting right when Hayden was about to. I was watching. I get to see Hayden. I haven't seen Hayden in a year.
What was distracting was it was inside.
Yeah.
It was inside at the back, and it like started to like, and I had to be like, get the fuck outside.
And I was like,
These are people that are in the scene now?
yeah, they're still there.
Yeah. Actually, what happened? I didn't even get them out. They were like tumbling, and I was able to gently push them through the door on the side, and it continued outside.
Oh!
Yeah.
Was it good? Was there a clear winner?
No, I'm not gonna go into that, but I will say this: I haven't seen Hayden since. And that's the only time Hayden came back. He's like, I was like, I gotta see Hayden again. And as soon as he got up, that happened, man.
I guess my point was though, like, here's this brilliant guy,
Yeah.
but does not have some type of skill set that allows him to think professionally or like forward thinking, and like we all have things that are pushing us down or preventing us.
Yeah, this shit's lopsided, man.
It's-
You
it's-
got your strong points, you get your fucking weak points.
And the
so
thing is,
figure it out.
I tell people this, and it's hard I'm dealing with it myself. Ups, it's just dealing with the down part, bro.
Oh, because it's coming. Yeah,
It's coming. You can be on this high. One thing about comedy, you can be on this high, and then you're on this low, where you just feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
You really do.
course.
There's times where you're like this. I feel like a piece of shit. And you feel like, no. And then you have to survive that wave of that down part.
Yeah.
And some comics can't go through it. They can't, or people in general can't survive that.
Well, because I think one when we first start, like it's really easy to idealize everything and put it into like, oh, I'm on this adventure and it's obviously going to go in this direction. It goes like start low and then on this upward trajectory, right? And then it just ends up on this magical high. I gotta ride the ride for that long, and you realize, no, you might have a nice time and then a bad time and then a nice time, but it's really hard for some of the people who have pretty good times, you know.
Hey, I didn't get to defend myself on how I made Hayden relapse.
He's been thinking about this for the past 5 minutes.
No, yeah, it's because this fucker.
Did you suck his dick?
He was doing the shit on drugs. He doesn't have one, way. He cut it off now, but the fuck doing shit on drugs, man. And then he fucking. He had been gone for a while, and he stopped doing them. So we're in front of another venue, the Prickly Pear. So we're in front of this venue, me and my chick.
Yeah.
Me and my chick are there, and this fucker's walking up, and I see him. He looks good, man. He looks badass. So he's walking up, hey man, what's up, man? You look good. What's up? He goes, oh man, yeah, I quit doing drugs. I go, yeah, don't do that. And then we kept fucking around, whatever. And that night he messaged me, go, you're right, man. I got a 40. I go, I didn't mean it, way. I just meant like, because he was not the same.
Oh, when he said I quit drugs, you were saying don't quit drugs.
It's because he wasn't being funny, man. He was just like, so do the same night he bought a 40 and shit. He told me, hey, good idea. Nah, I didn't mean it like that.
He was just looking for any excuse.
Then after that, he messaged me and I had already quit. So it's like, fuck, man, I was kind of 4 a.m, messaging me, whatever.
Oh man,
That's fucking funny, dude.
This is fun.
No, your set was bad, so go ahead and start fucking doing drugs.
Dude,
Yeah, something to listen here.
No, those boys was never even open mic. We were just there at a concert and shit just pops in.
Chilling.
That is so sad to me because he was so funny.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where it's like, damn, dog. Like,
Yeah.
the potential
Which
was there.
it could happen to anybody, really,
Yeah.
which is the sad thing about stand-up, too, because, like, when anybody goes to an open mic and does it, like, one time, I don't automatically expect to see them back again. And even the second time, I still don't automatically expect to see them back. Even the 50th time, I don't automatically expect to see them back again because there's so many people who just drop off and you just never see them again. So it's kind of like a little graveyard.
Way, dog.
Like we got some bodies behind us.
There's some, dog, that they come and they go, and then there's some that have really good sets and you never see them again.
And you just never see them.
You're like, this, Dad, that was funny right there. And then somebody goes, well, I'm taking his joke.
Well, it's mine now.
So, yeah, I'll use this as my closer.
I have half of Israel's set. Like that is.
Shut the fuck up, dog. Shut the fuck up.
No.
You'd have the energy to pull that
I
off.
have no. I would never have the energy for his.
Only he can pull this shit off.
Yeah.
Dog. I always liked the way Israel would take advantage of the whole entire stage.
The entire
When he
stage.
did his set, he's like, I take advantage of all of it. So when he would do it, he would pace back and forth, get the middle of the stage, do everything. He touched pretty much every part of the stage when he did his set, and that's what I always enjoyed when I would see him shit. Like he was like,
You know what? That's interesting that you bring that up as a note for you, because I notice you using the stage a lot now.
Oh yeah, I try to move. Well, when now, as comedians, sometimes you do it like a little small.
Right, you don't have the
so you can't even move around, and you're like this. You're basically in a closet doing comedy.
But I see it in your body, kind of. You definitely are more animated.
When I used to be, I used to be kind of stand stillish. Me and Joe Rod are kind of the same. Because Joe Rod doesn't move that much. He just kind of sits still, we'll kind of chill. Me and Joe Rod were compared to each other at one point. But then I started, I guess I got more mobile and shit, so now I'm kind of like, but now I can't do it like Anthony Austin Brown or nothing. I ain't trying to bend over backwards. I ain't get back up. I will not, the shit he does when he goes backwards, I ain't getting back up after that.
Like I'm down here.
I'm down there, I'm doing my jokes on the floor at the end of the day.
That's a form of torture. Like that's what they. That's not even fun.
I noticed you like when you wear your. I always like when you wear your blazers when you do comedy shit.
Thanks.
You look like a Hugh Hefner with a not getting laid version.
you know, the wrinkly old skin.
Like a smoker's jacket?
Yeah, he wears like a smoker's
Oh, okay.
jacket and shit.
I have a velvet jacket. Well, I have a corduroy jacket
Oh, so
and a
that's
velvet
why
jacket.
the Hugh Hefner thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he has a Hugh Hefner look and he clothes like that. And he's like, oh man, this guy's really pristine.
So actually, this is something that's been eating in my brain lately. Is that like everybody when I first started said to dress especially at the comic strip, like being a host of the comic strip, like it was a form of respect to dress up for it, and like being the host, you were supposed to be a little bit nicer, dress above the crowd. That's what one step above the crowd at least. So if they're in cocktail dresses, you're supposed to be in a tuxedo. If they're in, you know,
The fuck's a cocktail dress?
you know what? I'm not even sure to be honest. But
Why is it called a cocktail?
when a man loves a woman,
When a man is a man, no cocktail.
there you go.
That seems more like it to me.
But now it's like I just want to wear what's comfortable.
Yeah.
I just want to wear.
Clearly.
Plus, honestly, like, me and Anthony talked about this a while. You don't want to be the guy that wears a suit, all decked out, and then you end up sucking. Like, imagine wearing a 3-piece suit, you go out there and do your set, and you eat a dick. You're nicely dressed, but you suck.
Well, okay. So do you remember Siddiqui Fuller?
Yeah.
Yeah, Siddiqui wore a tuxedo every time he went up.
Yeah, but he didn't suck.
Right, but he knew at the time. He's like, well, I'm not going to suck. So
Yeah,
it would suck to be the guy dressed up.
Yeah,
in the
you don't want to
tux.
be all dressed in a bow tie, you ate a dick.
But at that point, he's headlining, so that means you sucked as a headliner.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
imagine dressing up and you're all decked out. You have a sucky set.
But what set? No, I'm talking about I'm not talking about a showcase because I don't think Siddiqui did that when he was on a showcase. It was only when he was headlining.
Headlining. Yeah, I remember.
So-
I hosted for him one time.
Basically, you're saying it would suck to suck for an hour as a headliner.
No, but just in general, it's just I'm doing a comparison. Like you have a suit on, you eat a dick, and a dude with a mustard stain on his shirt
It does better,
and
yeah.
does better than you. And everybody's like, oh yeah, you're sitting there like,
Yeah.
hold my beer, bitch. And like you're like, oh yeah, and you sitting there in tuxedo like a little bitch.
You look ridiculous.
Yeah, you honestly look more like
Mustard
a.
stain.
You look to me if you dressed up, eat a dick, you look more like a pussy than a dude that just came dressed up in a wrinkled shirt and killed it.
Yeah,
Feel me?
definitely.
I like that,
I would look
yeah.
more. I look more like I look comic like you're a bitch, dog, because you dressed up for nothing. Like,
Yeah.
You ate a dick. You didn't work on your jokes. You worked more on your style.
I feel like you're telling me this, but
Very direct. You look like a bitch.
You do have a mustard stain.
I mean it's all yellow at this point.
I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
remember Siddiqui Fuller. You always told me dress for the job you want.
Siddiqui always said that. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Carlos Mencia had the same thing. They never got off. They would stay on the stage longer than they're supposed to. And I asked Siddiqui, like, he said, hey man, like, how come you don't get off after the light? Because I would host it for him, so I never know when to get off.
Yeah.
The light would turn red up at the comic show. I'm like,
5, 10.
stage.
How much money are here?
and then he's like, I love the stage. I love I love it so much. I embrace every moment. So I stay over my time. I just do it.
And Carlos said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Both that's really crazy they bring that up because most people wouldn't believe that that's the reason Carlos does it. A lot of people would think, oh, he's just doing it because he's like.
Once I saw the Vlad interview with Carlos Mencia, my respect for him changed. Because the way he was emotional about everything he's been through, he learned from his mistakes, and he just showed the.
Oh, did he say that on the interview
Yeah,
about that?
he cried, bro. Like he teared up and started crying because you tell how much he loved comedy that
Yeah.
much. He's like, I fucked up, I made mistakes or whatever here and there, but I love the game so much. I love just making people laugh. And when I saw that, I was like, all right, this is the real Carlos.
Yeah.
That's my respect for him totally changed. Everybody's all like stealing joke shit. Nah. He even said, look, man, I fucked up here and there. I fucked up, but I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Should I be punished for the rest of my fucking life because of it?
Last time he was here, he made a joke about it being, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. He said, Louis C.K. is booked solid throughout the years, and he was accused of like sexual assault almost. He was like, I got accused of stealing jokes, and I was raped in the ass.
That's how bad stealing jokes is.
But apparently not, because you see it every day. I mean, you see people biting shit from everyone, probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like you see it, and the thing is, we were talking about Louis C.K. and I thought he wasn't getting booked, but Mash is like, nah, dog, he's still
He's selling out
steady,
everything.
He's selling out
selling out
everywhere.
everywhere.
The thing is with Louis C.K.'s situation, this is my personal opinion.
He asked.
He asked.
That's
He
what they always
asked
go
first.
to.
He
They
asked
always go
first.
to the.
Look, if you're like, if I'm sitting in front of you, right, and I'm like this, hey man, before we order this pizza, is it cool if I jack off in front of you real quick? And you go like
Okay.
this. Oh yeah.
I agree with you completely. But
that was his thing.
are you my boss or not?
That's the problem.
That's the
That's
problem.
the thing.
If you're my boss, then I might think, well, if I say no to him jacking off in front of me, I might get fired.
Well, yeah, you gotta look at it from the comedic perspective. You're right.
Because
If you go like
he
this,
was doing it to 2 female comics, and they were his openers.
there you go.
And
It's a hard situation. If you go like this,
still asked.
Even if it's a bunch of male comics, it's the same shit. You're like this. Hey man, you want a feature, right? Yeah. I'm gonna jack off in front of you. You good? Yeah. I guarantee you, 80% of male comics will be like this. Go ahead and jerk it, man. I'm a
close
feature,
my eyes,
right?
I'm gonna-
I'm featured for Louis C.K.
I'll
Hey
just
man,
hear it.
you want me to hold it in the cup for you when you get the
Right?
We'll
I'll
do
even
it.
critique your technique.
Yeah, let me see your stroke game. You want to loop, man?
you know what? Let's
like
test this theory, because I honestly
jacking off, Nico.
doubt that any of you assholes would actually be like, I'm going to sit here for this whole
I
thing.
guarantee you, 80%
No, you
of male
wouldn't.
comedians.
No,
if-
you wouldn't.
If Louis C.K. was like, yo, man.
For someone like Louis,
yeah, if you sell out crowd, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna jack on.
All right, like if Dave Chappelle asked me right now, like, hey, bro, you know, I'll let you open for me, but you got to watch me jack off. Okay, yeah.
is he really gonna say no?
Comedians will do it.
It's not like you have to help or anything.
Yeah,
You just gotta, like, all right.
that's what you be like this, and it's so.
Are we good? We're
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
You just walk away.
Auditorium full of 1,000 people. You're like, hey, we get the feature from me. I just gotta jack off funny you real quick.
Yeah.
We good? You be like this. All right, you want me to shoot it in 4K?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I know that he doesn't want to fuck me, which might be different if I was a female comic. Like at the end of the day, like if a woman, like a female, like a woman comic was like, you gotta watch me rub this out right now.
Yeah, but
I would be
Also-
offended.
But he didn't.
Then I would be like, tempted to be like, well,
Yeah, but I
do you
don't
want to
think-
bang then? Like if Amy Schumer's like, let me rub this out right now, and then he'd be like,
But I don't think he put him in that situation. I just think he just. I'm going by the I don't know all the details.
I think the details were they were at a comedy festival in Aspen,
Okay.
and he had 2 female openers, and he brought them up to his hotel room, and he asked, and then that's the situation.
Yeah, and,
they-
then the problem was that he was the boss, so they felt weird about fucking say.
I
couldn't say
understand
no.
that, but he didn't put
That's-
himself on nobody. He didn't throw himself
Nah.
on nobody. He basically he even cleaned himself up. He was a polite person.
polite, right?
That's where the trouble came from. Was
Ah.
that?
Yeah, that's where that came from.
But but even if you look at his
And they complained about it.
Yeah.
But if you look at his stand up, he talked about jerking off a lot.
He does,
Yeah.
but that's also not supposed to be like. I don't want anybody to judge me for anything I ever say in my stand-up. Okay, don't ever use my stand-up to define me as a person because
If you
I
talk-
make up things sometimes.
But look, if Iggy was talking about sucking a dick for $500, you know what I'm saying? The truth. If
Yeah.
Louis C.K. was like, I've jacked off. I jack off all the time. I'm not jacking in front of. I'll jack off.
You know the
jack
funny
off.
thing is, I think
Also, he's a good guy. He booked female comics.
at least he
Doesn't
booked
that-
female comics. I mean,
Yeah.
he's given him a place.
Yeah. Exactly, bro.
Where was it? There was like a Tucson or maybe it was somewhere else that there was a green room. I don't know if it was you or Jibbs and Dante, but the green room was really big, like this, with couches on all sides. And they had said, "Oh, Louis C.K. was just here last week." And we were like, "No way, that's crazy."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Yeah, he asked one of our waitresses if he could jack off in front of her." For real? Yeah. This was way before any of it came out. This was just like, really, that's his thing.
Well, he was polite.
At least he's polite.
He was a
I can say
gentleman
that.
like this. Excuse me, before we partake in this.
Well, if anything, I kind of almost think of him doing it to strangers is probably better than comics because then you don't have that weird power dynamic about booking or not.
honestly, if you could go to the sex shop, do the same shit. We used to have those back rooms.
Would you agree that it would be fucked up if a male comic went to a female opener and was like, "If you fuck me, I'll let you open for me"?
That's fucked up. I wouldn't do that. You don't do that. You don't use that kind of power to just. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
That's really. I wouldn't do that. It's just putting yourself in a. You trying, and then you shouldn't use your power to get coochie like that. I mean, you let it come to you, but you ain't got to be like.
Yeah,
do
because
this
now
and
you're
that.
messing with somebody's comedy career,
Yeah,
and like
no,
it doesn't.
if you're that confident and you got money, what the fuck you got to do handle your business? Let it come to you, where you ain't got to sit there and be like, you do. No. That's a foul in the game. You don't do that. I don't get that much coochie to talk, but you don't do that. You let it come to you, man. You let it come to you.
And who would want to date another comic? Ugh.
It's a different. I mean, it helps because they're in that world.
Yeah, you can just hang out all the time and.
But in a weird way, if you break up with something, you're gonna
So
be
weird.
You in the set.
You're
included in the set.
You're in the
Yeah,
set.
as soon as you break up with that person, you heard the joke like this. Yeah, this is a little dick motherfucker. You're like, oh, it's me.
Yeah.
She's talking about me.
Yeah.
Or this pussy. She's talking about me.
Yeah.
You're in the set. That's one thing about dating a comedian.
Yeah, it's absolutely a risk.
A risk. And if the set's good, and if it's about you and it's the closer, ooh, that stings. That's not my closer. Like that, I'm your closer. You couldn't close, and physically you couldn't close, but verbally you can close. Damn, that hurts, dog. That hurts. Women will get you like that too. They'll get you like that. So that'll hurt my feeling, my soul. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
don't date comics, Steve. Unless
I'm here for the stories.
unless you need
I'll
$500.
fuck comics and get drama and then tell it on a podcast.
Yeah.
But imagine that closing joke becomes big. They get a special out of it.
Right.
It's on Netflix. You're like,
And like T-shirts with the tagline "Small Dick."
You know,
Gotta charge them
And then-
royalties.
and then-
Small dick.
and then your special is like rebuttal. My version.
my version, but it don't get
Oh,
that
we're
many
fighting
views.
this out on Netflix, bitch.
For real, it don't get that many views. She gets like 10 million, you get like 2.
Have you guys seen that Instagram account where it's like the boys or something, and it's like, I'm trying to prove to my ex-girlfriend that I can get to 1 million followers faster than she can on OnlyFans.
Oh, good luck with that.
Well, apparently he's winning.
For real?
Yeah.
That's
good.
one. That's a
Good.
dub.
I like-
That's
yes.
a dub. I give it. That's a dub.
Yeah,
like
but that's the
dubs.
thing. It was like, I'm gonna prove to my ex-girlfriend that I can get one. It's like, that's some spite right there.
Dude, that's the worst. If you have an OnlyFans, like saves your family or someone you know, but they're bad at it. That's fucking way worse than just having it. It's like, oh, you have one, but
Wait,
you
why is she
suck.
famous? She's not good at OnlyFans. That-
And he pull up somebody like, hey, I'm your only fan.
4 followers, 4 subscribers.
That's sad, bro.
I get 1 Domingo, and that is all my OnlyFan would be.
That was
Yeah, like how many of the creators on there, like you think have like 15 followers or 20 followers
I'm sure
or
it's-
like
that-
subscribers?
it's mostly
Or what
dudes.
if you're not even getting anybody to buy, like you're
Yeah.
constantly taking pictures of your titties and like nobody is buying it.
funny.
You know what's bad when you
I don't
got-
think no chick makes no money yet. I think
think
even
it makes
the ugliest
some.
You
bitches,
imagine every chick makes money.
They get like a coin here and there.
gotta make something.
Fucking wishing
Like
well.
a wishing well. Good luck, bitch.
I think it's funny when the OnlyFans, when they have those sales, like discounts on the cooch, like 50% off. If you buy 2, you get 1 free. I'm like, that's what your shit's worth, man. You go over here doing discounts, getting coupons and stuff on your coochie, man. I start laughing at that. That's how bad it's going.
It's
Hey,
$3.50
laughing while I sign
this
up.
month.
Like, hey, what you got, bitch?
And then, so I've been redirected to OnlyFans quite a bit lately, just because almost every like video on my Instagram feed of like a girl who's like really pretty driving a Formula One car or something, and comes out and she looks pretty, and then you go to the profile, I'm like, is this a Formula One driver? No, it's an OnlyFans model who is just lucky enough to be driving in an
Banging the Formula One driver.
I don't even know. But there's multiple girls doing these types of things, whether it's parachuting or it's like, now my feed is a bunch of really pretty girls. I like pretty girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, pretty girl. OnlyFans. Now I can just kind of tell by the content.
I
like,
follow a couple that fix old fucking Volkswagen bugs and shit. They're all hot.
Are they OnlyFans too?
Yeah. I
Yes,
think
yes,
so. Yeah,
exactly.
it's like they'll fix the Volkswagen bugs and the buses. Which I like. I like the hot chicks and the cars, so I'm just like, this
I
is
like watching
hot.
them fix things up. And
I don't
I
mind
like-
that.
It's hot. And then
You
they'll
ever-
drive them all badass. I'm like,
That's
dude,
cool.
this-
I don't
yeah.
mind.
That's
that.
cool. Yeah, that was cool.
That's just kind of special. Not just you bending over in front of a couch. If you're fixing your transmission, that's hot.
That's pretty cool.
Whether they're actually fixing or acting, it's really good acting. So
Well, at least fool me, but don't just
Yeah,
bend over.
they're fooling
and-
me good.
Yeah, I'm like, don't be doing that.
And then you go, I wonder what their website's like. Oh, it goes directly to.
yeah.
But you know, if you Google them, you can see that shit for free, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can.
yeah,
if
it's
you
like
get-
two
for
chicks
some
from
of them,
Smash, so they were
yeah.
like models. I go, let me see. Google that. Yeah, show their titties right there, man.
I've subscribed to the OnlyFans too.
You
So
did out of principle,
then they
like-
give you more.
Um,
There is more,
Yes, those
but then
pussy-
like you burn through that real quick. So then you're just like, okay, I only spent like what $6. That's all you're getting out of me for the month.
I just Google it for free.
For real. And I didn't know OnlyFans started with like gamers at first. It was a video game thing. It was supposed to be for gamers.
and that makes sense. Like probably having like Twitch.
Yeah,
like,
it was supposed to be for gamers, but then the hoes
Yeah.
took it over.
It was kind of like Patreon too. It's
Yeah.
like people just doing shit, and if you want the extras, you can fucking.
Yeah, it
Pay for
started
the
out for
extras.
gamers.
Yeah,
dog.
but then
It
of course it's just gonna go straight to porn.
went straight to
Crazy.
fucking
Yeah.
porn like real
That's
quick.
interesting. That makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah, it's like the hoes just took it over. I don't say everybody on OnlyFans is a hoe, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, because when you sign up for OnlyFans, you have to have your account is a creator account. Like it's that, but then you're subscribing to other people. So it's just like you having an Instagram and following people, except now you gotta pay.
I'm subscribed to a breast-focused website called Only Cans. It's really nice.
Are you fucking kidding me? You bullshit.
I subscribe to Similac. The hood version.
I'm just saying, bro. What the dude,
Holy cats.
yeah, I didn't know it started off from that until I found out. I was like,
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
but it makes perfect sense how it started. It does, man. And honestly, dude, like as I'm getting older, I'd rather have my brain stimulated than my penis at this point.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like I want to hear. I want something on my feet that's gonna feed my brain, not just my penis.
Oh
Brain
yeah.
is what's.
You know what I'm trying to say? Just a
Combination of both.
I want it to feed my penis. What is feeding your penis?
I just say. You know what I'm talking about?
Feed my brain. Yeah.
Those thirst
Yeah.
traps you see all the time
Yeah, yeah.
online. You just like,
Thoughtful stuff.
yeah, I'd rather have somebody. When a girl fixes transmission, this girl actually fixes transmission.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she has to be cute. I'm learning something, but she's attractive, so I'm like, okay. So
I
I
like-
kind of get it.
I like that. I like watching the guys from like South India or South Asia somewhere, and they like build pools in the random like
Oh,
jungle.
those ones?
Have you
Yes.
seen these
Yeah.
guys? They just build pools.
You know, that's like a whole fucking thing. So, like on YouTube, there's actual shows where these women will go out and do like the Bear Grylls stuff.
That's
But
cool.
like, to like where they're like, it looks like they're out for a fucking month and they built a tree cabin and shit and fucking.
And it's
all
actual like
Yeah, it's all, like-
Nepalese women.
yeah, it is. It's like contractor work type shit where you're like, you just built like a luxury fucking tree cabin.
That's badass.
And they'll have a fucking little dog and a monkey, and that's the combo. And then I've seen separate people do the same setup. Yeah, it'll be like some Nepalese
Dog and
woman.
monkey too?
Yeah, dog and monkey, and then a monkey, little spider monkey, will crawl on the dog's back and ride it.
Oh, that's badass.
That is
Yeah.
cool, dog. That's cool. That's bad.
And the chick always has really nice titties. That's part of the deal too. Yeah. And then you'll get side boob because the sleeves will be cut off, and it's like.
Link on the bio. I don't know what that means.
Iggy's just chilling, having a good time.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite dessert?
Pizza, motherfucker. Cold.
It's gonna be cold.
He
as
said
shit.
me mother and he said butter.
I don't really do sweets, man. I don't.
Dude,
Pecan pie, though, man.
pecan
Pecan
pie.
pie.
That always slaps.
Yeah.
Pecan
That's
pie
good.
always slaps. I have macadamia nut cookies are my shit. I can eat those all day. Chocolate
Do you
chip
always
shit.
have them at your house? Like they're stocked always?
Not no more. I used to. When I used to be a fat, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. He got a little healthy. Otis was way cooler when he was fat.
Damn, bro.
That be?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You look good. Like Otis has definitely gotten swole since then.
But dude, I used to have when I used to be chunky, dog. Cookies were on my deck all day.
All the time.
All day, bro. I gotta say that. Macadamia nut,
Those are
all
cool.
that shit. Chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal raisin, no, never.
I like sour things like gummies and stuff. Like I like,
Yeah, me too. I like sour gummies and shit. I like sweet and salty shit.
yeah.
Pause. I gotta say pause.
All that shit.
But yeah.
What about you? Well, you're, I guess, metabolically limited, but
No, that's the reason I'm fucking. Nah, it's genetic and shit.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I take meds.
so what's your favorite dessert then?
It's like the combo of things. Like, I like a wake and bake with fucking coffee and some kind of pastry.
Oh, nice.
Like that combo right there is my fucking like. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give something else up for that.
That's a really good combo.
Right?
I'll even up it, like, if it's in the morning and it's like a little cool outside, having a cigarette right afterwards would be like, that would hit me nice. I know you guys don't smoke, but like for cigarette
used to
smokers, you know what I'm
smoke,
saying.
Yeah.
Just a coffee, cigarette, little pastry.
I did this in France every morning for like 2 weeks.
I bet everybody was smoking cigarettes there.
They do? Yeah. Well, this was like 2013, 2014 or something
That's
like that.
badass.
Yeah, and then there was this little fucking French cafe, and then we'd all meet up there and fucking talk shit, and the little fucking like gay espresso cups. And then they break you off like a little chunk of like this bitter ass chocolate that you fucking like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you take it with the coffee?
Yeah. So you're nibbling because the shit's, the coffee's kind of bitter. It's that
Yeah.
strong espresso, and so you're nibbling on this chocolate, and you get both.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and then you're smoking cigarettes the whole time too.
Ah, so that's what the French do over there.
That's what
And
they
then
do.
you're getting hyped, so you're talking shit.
That's cool, man. I always wanted to go to France, though.
Like that, if I could do that plus, instead of the cigarette, a fucking joint. Now we're talking.
Oh, you should look lemon pussy. Poussey.
What the hell is that?
It's a real. you should.
What the hell is that, bro?
I swear to God, it's called lemon pussy.
Are you sure? You just want to say some shit because you had some sour shit?
No, I didn't.
You ate some sour
Gonna
coochie.
set up for a
Is that what it is?
Lemon pussy. I remember her. She's a Filipino.
That's what it is. It's pronounced pussy though.
Green. Oh, it's a pastry.
It's a pastry.
Oh, I'm like, yo, poussé.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's called poussé.
it's poussey. Yeah.
Have some pussy.
I like some lemon poussey.
Mon chéri.
It's delicious.
You tasted it before?
It's very good. Yeah.
They don't have it here in El Paso, do they?
They make a hairy version here, but
What? What? A hairy version?
yeah, that's called lemon panocha.
Oh
not
my
the same.
god, you stupid, bro. You stupid. I swear you stupid. Oh my god, bro.
We've been like 2 hours. I don't know how long you go for.
We'll wrap it up soon, I
Yeah,
guess.
once he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I looked at it, it was like 140.
Yeah, usually, honestly, like, our times is around 115.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so, nah, man.
I gotta pee though. That's all I wanted.
No, it was a cool vibe, man. Thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely.
Oh, did he take a mic with him to pee? He's gonna be
Yeah,
on
but you
camera
can take it
peeing.
off.
Oh, please.
I
include
leave that up to you if you want to be on a camera peeing or not. Or not
No,
camera, on a mic.
on mic. Like,
Yeah.
please, like, include a little, like, okay, this is Iggy peeing.
Well, you are right now because it's still recording. and
This
he's
is
peeing.
Iggy peeing, as you can hear. You know? He has no prostate problems. He gets checked regularly. Yes. So I had questions for you guys.
Oh shit.
No, actually, I'm just kidding. No, I honestly, the only question I had was the one I asked you earlier.
But what?
Whether you've caught him using the N-word and not knowing it or not.
Oh.
Whether he knew it or not.
No, I mean, he said it. I think one time he said it, but he was reciting something in a movie
Yeah.
kind of thing. It wasn't anything like, you know.
But-
Even when I say it, sometimes it goes, "Oh man, I can't say it." That sounds so cool.
I want to say it, but I don't want the cringe that comes with
Yeah,
saying
he's
it.
Right,
like, nah, I'm
right.
good, but
Yeah.
it sounds better. Then what he said to me made me think of a joke. He's like, man, everything sounds better with the N-word, man. It just sounds better. I like this. And he's right though, because I said it one time. I was like, I said it this way, and I said it with the N-word. I was like, it does sound.
He does sound a little better.
It sounds better.
But it sounds better only if a black person says it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
The context is too fucking fucked for anybody else to say.
I think there's actually, like, I'm not even trying to be funny here, a linguist who explains why saying the N-word hits hard. Like,
It
just
has-
like something to do with the consonants and the way that it sounds.
Yeah, it just and it kind of flows with the sentence
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It just flows. with
It's
the
like
sentence.
seasoning on the fucking shit. It enhances it where you're like,
Yeah.
it's got way more flavor.
It's kind
now.
of like when people here in El Paso say the word way.
Yeah.
Way goes good with it flows
Yeah.
with
It
the
does.
sentence. I could say way,
But it doesn't look at when I, yeah, it
You
doesn't
don't know
look
when
at
I say
yeah,
way, when
because
I
it's
say-
just not gonna work. It's
But
not
when
the
a
same.
Mexican person says way, it just flows in. It flows perfect. Especially when they're talking to each other, it just flows like white people are with the N word and stuff. I don't know what white people use. I don't know. I guess they use. What y'all
Darn,
Sir? I don't know.
use? Madame.
Bucko.
Bucko? Yeah. Hey, Bucko.
Yeah. So yeah.
You guys got any dates you want to plug or anything like that?
God. Well, you know what? Friday nights, there's always an open mic at Cinco Bar and Patio. Anybody in El Paso, if you're curious about that. On Wednesdays, I am doing a writing workshop or writing session or writing hangout, which are going to be much less formal and much more like just hanging out with about three people at a time.
Right. And you said you might be at the Neep show May 9th?
Yeah, I am at the Neep show on May 9th. That's
You
great.
said you might be.
And then, no, I am.
He said might.
He said on the way here, I might be on that show.
I am.
I'm hosting that show.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back in Tucson pretty soon, but that's a while away. So.
That's cool. You gotta show up there.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Cool, man.
It was a nice, the stories of comics from like older generations would be like, the most nerve-wracking thing was going to the comedy store and having Mitzi in the back and you doing your audition time and like getting passed, like yes, passed, whether you can be a regular or you know, a paid regular. And so that that still happens. The club I was in a couple weeks ago with Adam and John Stringer, the owner is definitely very like meticulous and was like, I want to hear what you have. This like 3 to 5. It's Casey now. It's the son.
Bynum.
Yeah, but it's not the older guy. The father was there, but he retired, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But it was definitely nerve-wracking. Yeah, we definitely had that experience. But it was really cool to just get the.
You're comparing the comedy store to.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, I can't. I haven't been able to do it at the comedy store. I'm just saying the only experience I have to compare it to is something like that.
So I will definitely be at the Neep show May 9th. Give your ticks at Massive Ticks.
There you go.
That's right, massive ticks.
Massive Ticks. That's TIX.
I got medium ticks.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for having us. It was a
Thank you
blast.
guys for being
Yeah,
on,
thanks
man.
for fucking being here, man.
Was Iggy asking you about a tattoo earlier?
Today?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, I
think
thought I
so.
saw him talking to you and like you were talking about like it's just a matter of how long it takes. And I was like, I wonder if Iggy's trying to hustle a tattoo out of Steve. But
Always down to tattoo you guys.
when's
man.
the last time you got a tattoo?
The roach. No, this one.
That's been years then.
When are you gonna get your first one?
I'm empty canvas, so I guess myself.
I would get bored. I would get bored. I'm not even afraid of needles.
You are that you're scared.
No, no. I used to let medical students and EMT students practice on me for IVs all the time.
That's worse.
Like, yeah.
Tattoos aren't like that.
No, that's a lot worse. Cause you can't find a vein. It's pain. In the ass.
Oh, dude.
Like
one
you're
time.
dead inside.
One time, yeah, tendon going right into the tendon. Like, oh, get out of there.
Yeah, they just start digging and shit, and then they go, "Well, we're just gonna get," and they use the little baby
Butterfly. Yeah.
butterfly. They just get it right there and poke. That's all it took, bitch. Oh, you fucked up this, and all you had to do is just take it out my.
So what's even worse? So like the rule was you get like a few attempts as a person, but like nobody wants to be poked like multiple times by the same person. Then you're like, get somebody that can do it. Like go get somebody that can do it.
Yeah.
So the worst ones were like little babies, like infants. Like to find their veins and to fuck up on a little baby, like is kind of like a thing. So students would get one attempt at most, and even then it'd be like, no, this baby's real sick. We don't want a student even to try on this. Like we're just going to let the person who has.
My old primary care, they had the blood people right across the hall, and they would send me there, and they had phlebotomy students fucking drawing blood from me, but they didn't tell me.
Oh, they
so
didn't
I
tell
thought
you.
they were just a fucking bad business. But here's the thing: most of those phlebotomy students were pretty good looking.
So you were willing to.
But I didn't know. They never told me they were phlebotomy students. I just thought they were bad at their fucking job. and one chick in particular, she came up and she was hot. So I was trying to like talk to her. We had something going, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, she went straight through the vein. Yeah, and then she was like, I'm in there, but no blood's coming out. And I'm just like, I'm dead inside. Blah. I'm just like saying stupid
went
shit.
through it, bitch.
Yeah, and then fucking.
Can I get your number?
The actual like nurse who was there she was hot too. I'd been talking to her for a while. And so she comes and then she's like, oh yeah, these are students. And I'm like, you have fucking students doing me this whole time? Like for like over a year now? You guys were just fucking shitty. Like
I want the real one.
Yeah, and then she pulls the fucking shit back, and then blood starts coming, and then fucking she pulls it out when she wasn't supposed to, and the shit's like, psst.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, and then I was like, what? And then they were like, we can't do this one no more. So then they had to fucking switch to the
How they
other
blew
arm.
it. Yeah, always
I
sucks.
was
Yeah,
like, what the
bro.
fuck kind of
Cool.
better business bureau?
So one time there was a seizure patient that came into the ER, and he was having such violent seizures.
Jeez.
He had to be put into a coma. Now, normally what that you have different things that you can use, but what they prescribed was the Michael Jackson propofol juice. I don't know if you remember it, but it's like this white milky substance that hangs in a jar that we put the IV into, and it like just keeps you knocked out, like completely sedate. But you had to find a vein, and this guy was diabetic, so had like no veins. So they were looking for the external jugular. It's right here. Anyways, I'm trying to like condense a lot of things that happened all at once, but it was just the medical student and me. And the medical student was like, I've never done this before.
Whoa.
And I was like, can you do it? And I was like, yes, but don't
You do
tell.
like a dart, let's see where it hits this motherfucker.
I was like, yes, but don't tell anybody that I did this, okay?
What the fuck?
So I get the I get the IV into the neck, but it's positional, which means that the tip of the catheter probably is like only a half a millimeter to a millimeter inside the vein. So depending on how they move will affect the rate of the flow. So we get it in, and this guy is just like flailing, like, stop it, stop it. And then he goes out. And then it pulls out again a little, and then he starts waking up again, stop it. So we have to find the right way to bend his neck so that it like is inside.
And keeps him knocked out.
And to keep him knocked out,
Oh, so he just kept, that's scary right there.
yeah, because he kept waking up like randomly. Like,
That's, man, I would have been like, whoa, it would have freaked me out.
oh, it was freaky as fuck.
That is fucking freaky. I'm gonna sign off this episode.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Goodbye.
And then
went
about
almost
6
2 hours, we
babies
had
and
to.
shit.